Ooh, I forgot to add the timer. Oh man. Tone down the volume, jeez. We're already too much way past this. Get to the final countdown immediately. Why is the desktop so choppy all of a sudden? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend's MEMESTREAM. Well, a lot of things have happened And let's just say that it's not pretty. It's not very pretty, the many recent things that happen. And we're probably not going to be talking a lot about that because it's already been discussed. Actually, no, we're going to talk about some of them at least. But the ones that we will talk about are still pretty spicy. Are still pretty spicy and still worth talking about at the very least. And after taking a quick dump, after taking a bit of a quick dump, I just found some really nice hoopla from the from Twitter engineering themselves that makes me want to screen cap this and embrace in its stupidity. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What you guys have been up to? What you guys have been listening to? What you guys... Man, I barely started to see it. I got a donation area. Alrighty, tested it to $1. Cancel, confirm from Smash Guys. Can't wait to see moveset and new stage. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. As you can... No, it's not that. As usual, you can donate to my Streamlabs. Links down below. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What you guys been up to? What you guys have been listening to? What you guys have been reading? What you guys have been playing? Let me know in the chat down below. Let me know in the comments. We're gonna do a bunch of shit. We're gonna do a bunch of shit as we get to the stream. A lot of really interesting and spicy things to be discussed and talked about. And oh, excuse me. Let's see. What have I been playing myself? I've been playing. I myself have been playing nothing but Red Dead Redemption 2. I got Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. Unfortunately, I got it on Epic Store, which isn't exactly the best of store because for some reason, Epic Store, the future for the next gaming, the next digital distribution system, it doesn't have a freaking backup system that is actually good, that is actually reliable. Because there's a moment where I tried to back up Metro Exodus in the game, in the Epic Store, but I freaking couldn't. I just couldn't back up Metro Exodus for some reason. I don't know why. I copied the game files. I copied all the game files into my hard drive, tried to restore it using the install, and then uninstall, and then put the folder there, install, and then cancel, then put the game files in there, and then it should somehow magically, install itself on, and it just doesn't. It just doesn't, Epic. I'm sorry. It's just trash in general. And but thankfully, Red Dead Redemption 2, I actually got it on PS4. I bought it again on PC. Just want to see how I experience it on PC. Just want to see how my PC can run it. It's not bad, but there are times where the game crash. There are times where the game is choppy as hell, and I had to play the game despite me putting on a very decent PC and being part of the PC Master Race and everything like that. I unfortunately have to essentially tune the settings down. Actually, not tune the settings down, but I can crank the game settings all the way up to like around high settings. I use the hardware and box optimized settings because there are a lot of game settings that are just really unnecessary, really taxes the performance for some reason. There are parts, despite me being able to run the game at like 60 FPS, around 60 FPS, it's still like it actually manages to heat up my laptop so much to the point where I had to tune the game down to console frame rate. Like the moment I hit up 60, yes, my laptop can run at 60, but holy shit, it just spikes it down all the way up to like 80 to 90 degrees, and it's just really uncomfortable to my keyboard. Not that I use the keyboard anyway, I use the controller to play the game. So I was kind of like, the moment I'm done with the game, I'm doing some typing shit, I'm like, holy shit, that feels really hot. That's hot. That's freaking steaming hot, goddamn. So what I did is I capped the game's frame rate to 30 FPS. So I had to join the console peasants. Despite having a PC that can actually run the game at 60, I had to join the console peasants because the temperature is getting high. But at least I can run the game. At least I can run the game. And now the temperature is like at 70, which is still relatively warm. Not the best, but not the worst. I can still at least feel it to the touch. And that's the thing about gaming laptops. That's why you should never buy gaming laptops. Even if you're buying gaming laptops that have like RTX 2080 in there or whatever, it can heat up to the point, it can heat up your games to the point where it's pretty much you have to cap the frame rate to join the console master race. If you're buying a laptop, you might as well buy a console at that point, unless you're playing esports titles, which is for the most part just fine, but still a bit of a caution for all of those who are interested in laptops. I don't, unless if you're traveling, or you can somehow find a way to manage that temperatures, because it's very hot temperatures, and especially considering that this is summer and all. Other than that, what have I been playing? I just play Red Dead Redemption 2. I actually beat the game. I haven't actually gone to the portion where you play as another character in the game. Won't spoil who, because apparently not a lot of people have finished Red Dead Redemption 2 the last time I checked, which I find very interesting. I can't believe that there are only like the last time there was that news piece that I see where apparently 22% of people who bought Red Dead Redemption 2 actually finished it, which I find very interesting. Like, I mean, I can see why. Game's pretty long, but goddamn. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna continue to chat here. It's a cursed thumbnail. That's just a portion of the thumbnail. If I show you the full version of the thumbnail, it's basically Luigi getting the axe kicked by Bayonetta. The very sensitive bits got kicked by Bayonetta, and if I actually upload that to YouTube, I don't know if YouTube's gonna accept it. So anyway, let's see. How are you guys doing? Just been looking at old websites and Wayback Machine. I'm thinking about playing the Crash Insane trilogy on Switch. Let's see. Hi everyone. FBI opened up. Hey chat, who here believes that there might be a doomer but could also be a late bloomer, unironically? Bayonetta stepped somewhere else. Luigi's dying from his Terminal 7. I heard Smash Bros is cancelled. Imagine someone made a Bayonetta and Luigi fanfic. What's up in California? Why is there so many sexual deviants? Is that specifically just to California or specific communities in general? But California is bad, but I'm pretty sure it's not specifically related just to kill. It's only somewhat related. Hey y'all, good day and nights from the thumbnail. I wonder if it involves Mim and BS or something else. That's the only thing I heard about in Smash. I think that was last week, but it's not something that it's something even worse. If you're not paying attention to the recent scandals lately, it's a lot worse than that. It's to the point where pretty much the fighting game community is in complete shambles. It's pretty much dying. Evo is pretty much canceled, and we'll get to why in a bit. It's terrible. Evo's something that never interested me. Imagine if there's a co-op stream for RPGs, who would watch that? My town gave me some neat bucks, so I'll give myself a nice Mermaid Sonio figure. Appa sure is taking his time. It says love, but there's no sound. How's your mouth? My mouth is very it's a lot better actually. A week later, and my tongue is a lot better. My mouth is better and everything is a lot better, and I can speak freely without any sorts of interruption or me being sick all the time. Me being sick in the mouth at least. I need to try to find a way to... It's always happened every single month. Every single month I get a new canker sore and it just fucking irritates me. Like, why the fuck would God invented that sort of shit? That shit is painful. Anyway, Appa's developing a goatee. I should really probably cut this off. Oh man, right on time. Not gonna talk about the skit between G-Dubs and Ark. I don't know who that is. I'm starting a buy and sell thing. I just bought 25 units G4 400 4GB DDR4 Mobo RX 250. RY250, RY250, casings, and PS2. Here's hoping I get income. Mr. Wizard don't have core values. Been fine. Been reading Scott Pilgrim really damn good. Especially enjoyed Volume 4. I'm in 5th right now. I both watched the Scott Pilgrim film and also read the comic Scott Pilgrim film. I don't know which one I prefer though. I do like the art style and I do want to see a cartoon version of it. But yeah, I don't mind. It's nice. It's nice. Both of them are nice. R7 250. Oh, okay. Playing Yakuza 0 and Monster Hunter Worlds. Have been playing Pokemon Liquid Crystal, working on the first character team project, catching up on 2020 anime, watching videos, aiming to lose weight, etc. Actually, speaking of losing weight, funny thing is, last week I actually went to my uncle's. He had his own like gym or something like that. Went there and I decided to do a bit of a workout and everything like that, do the routines and shit. And I checked on my weight. And I still can't believe that I weighed 87 kilograms. after all this time. I thought people have been telling me that I've been gaining weight, and I do believe that I've been gaining weight, but I checked on my weight and apparently it never changes. Last time I checked my weight was 87. Now I checked, it was 87, and it was still 87. Maybe I gained my weight, maybe I did gain weight, and then I not gain weight. I managed to lose weight somehow at the process. Anyway, Red Mamma Mia donated $5. I'm currently in the hospital for COVID, and yeah, it's a bit miserable. Wish me luck, bro. Jesus. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Oh my God. Yeah. You think that this whole COVID thing will go away, but no, it gets worse. It gets worse every single freaking time. Like, well, wear masks, guys. Wear a mask. What did this mask community did this time? We'll get to that. It involves smashing little bros. Let's just say that. Smashing real little bros. I'm playing more and more Guilty Gear 3rd. Neo 2 is awesome. Start playing Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Are you playing Red Dead Online? No, I haven't been playing Red Dead Online. I can't play Red Dead Online. Apparently, people say it's dead. It's dead or dying. So, still playing Final Fantasy 7 when I can see the side quest. Sure takes a lot of time, specifically going to the Condor Tower defense game. Oh, I thought we were the tower defense game. Man, let's see. Where was I? Also, stuck in Fate Go at the last Mordred fight. I'm 3 fights away from completing Camelot. Maybe I'll come back in the end if you go for 3 hours. Well, 3 hours is the point where the stream ends, so what are you doing? You might as well not watch the stream. If you're talking about the stream, at least. Anime with Edgar Wright and Brian Lee O'Malley. Epic Game Store is owned by Tencent, not fucking touching those PC Game Store aids. Aside from spending the last 2 months playing Final Fantasy 7 Original, I'm still mostly just playing Soul Calibur 6. I continue Persona 4, and Naruto's dungeon is so cursed the game crashed twice on me. Just tried to defeat my greatest enemy ever, Cellophane. Huh. Hey, appabend, something strange happened on Twitter recently. Not safe for work accounts cannot view their own media titles. Again, at the top right of their Twitter profiles. I'm not familiar with that. Also tried to participate with the 13 Colonies amateur radio event. Playing Zelda 2 for NES. Hoping to beat Dark Link for the next time I play. Freaking auto scroll. I put a mod on Hollow Knight so I can play with charms. Hell yes. Howdy friend, I've been playing Assassin's Creed Ezio Trilogy. All I can say is Abstergo is Among Us. Also got back into good old Sonic Riders. It's all just hell of a drug, guys. Been reading raids in Pokemon Sword and finished part 1 of the JoJo anime. Hopefully I'll watch JoJo part 2 of their meme stream. Also, your thoughts on the US planning on a bill that invade privacy on not safe for work content and banning them? I'm not familiar with that, so I can't really say that. That sounds bad. I'm not familiar with that, but that sounds bad. Anyway, 6760 into $1. Speaking of Mexican beer virus, I'm getting sick and tired of people whining that they don't want to wear and are trying to fearmonger by comparing it as a cult of wearing a hijab. Yeah, apparently there's been, I don't know if it's just the boomers or whoever, they're telling people you should not wear masks, wearing masks is my choice and everything like that, and it's like, why? It's to the, I mean, wearing masks in my area at least is pretty much fucking mandatory. You absolutely have to wear masks. I went to a bank recently just to get to my, just to get to some invoices and everything like that. And everybody wears masks. You need to wear masks. And apparently the security does a bit of a this scanning thing like on the top of my forehead. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I have no idea what that is. I'm not paying attention to the COVID news. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Let's see. Where was I? There needs to be a new OS which can rival Microsoft, or Microsoft implodes then dies. They're fine. It's more for Windows 10 apparently had spyware. It's called Linux. you can play, apparently you can play games on Linux too. So just bought Bioshock Collection 1, 2, and Infinite all DLC for $85,000. What a deal. That sounds like a deal. I decided to binge watch the entirety of Devilman Crybaby on Netflix the other day, and those final few episodes were really something. Yeah, I already talked about that, I think on a video lately, video a while ago. I talked about the Devilman Crybaby. And I do feel that Devilman Crybaby really does manage to hit on the on the hearts, the tug on the heartstrings for a lot of people. But for me at least, I look at it and go, whoa, damn! I can't believe the game went, the series went that way. Pure cinematic frame rates. Gonna have to finish Super Robot Wars 5. Apologies, I have to miss the streams through July so I can study for an exam, I'm thinking. Oof. I heard AMD is crushing Intel. Well, that's nothing new, fam. They've been crushing Intel for a while now. I've been replaying Assassin's Creed Revelations. The game is really underappreciated. Welcome to the club. I heard Indonesian Steam store is finally taxed starting July 1st. Yes, that is true. I don't buy anything in this Steam sale, so I don't notice. I bought everything before the taxing. Yeah, apparently everything in Indonesia, apparently all the Steam sales in Indonesia is taxed. I haven't checked on the prices yet, but actually the prices haven't really changed. No, the prices haven't really changed, at least from what I see. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if I put in compare and contrast, I haven't been putting in screenshots and to compare and contrast. But yeah, I do see they have tax a lot of the digital in-game purchases. Good thing our eyes can't even see past 30 FPS. That's not true. That's not true. Our eyes can definitely see past 30 FPS. There are some people who can't see it, who can't notice the smoothness of the frame rate and past 30, but I certainly notice it. I certainly notice 60 FPS frame rate. I wonder if Tate should be the one cancelled instead of the person she wants to cancel for. Mr. Anti-Bully's downhill repeat. Metalcore has been suspended from Twitter. Press F to pay respects to my Ewoks. Putting on the table, live stream Last of Us 2. Seriously? I think we have discussed this on my last stream. We have discussed this on my previous video on Spec Ops Online. In case you didn't watch it, that's I'd stated the reason why I didn't play The Last of Us 2. And now that I've seen the cutscenes of The Last of Us 2, I was like, holy shit, that's just that's trash, dog. Oh my god, that's just trash, dog. Man, Naughty Dog. No wonder why it's so controversial. Hi lads, sorry for not being there last week. Gotta catch up work. I was late. I had to sacrifice my night for it. Only just recently reinstalled Final Fantasy 13 too. I had the game for years, still haven't played it. Just woke up and I'm so tired, my head back to bed. So would a mix of Doomer and Bloomer be a Bloomer? What do you think of the recent uprising of NPC hentai games? NPC hentai games? Define that. I don't know what that is. Persona 4 Golden got cracked. Cool. Luigi getting some cock and ball torture. What game to buy on Steam? I don't know. What are you looking for? Games? What kind of games are you looking for on Steam? Have you heard about Ghislaine Maxwell getting arrested? Who's that? I can't believe the FGC is fucking dead. Watching this while editing a video. I only see that in West Hollywood. Watching Son of Godzilla, and if you see Manila on the street, please kick its ass. The state of California has officially changed its name to State of Emergency. Cock and ball torture CBT is a sexual activity. Yes, we already know that. The whole Smash thing is messed up. What's your opinion about the ridiculous law that makes any attempt to repair any tech illegal in my country, Mexico? I know the answer, but I want to hurt your take. It's literally on my Twitter take, and apparently that law is hasn't been implemented yet, and it's only it's a common anti-piracy law of some sort that it's not as bad as the guys making it sound to be. Although if that is true, if apparently attempting to make repairs or maintaining your PC by yourself is illegal, then that makes me the biggest crime lord in Mexico. What if YouTube pulled Dr. Disrespect on you? Maybe it will happen. If that actually happens, it would be fucking cool. It would be fucking cool. I'd be like, oh, everybody's gonna be like, oh my god, my channel's deleted, and everybody's gonna be talking about it, at least for a while. And I got some clout. Or something along those lines. Is that how it works? D2020 is the cursed processor because 2020 has been nothing but shit with Corona among things. Is there a G2020? Hi Appa, if I knew being not fucking kids was hard, I want an award for it. Indeed. I knew sooner or later that some sexual allegations would come out of the FGC. How do you get cancer sourced every month? I have no fucking idea. It just happens. It just happens. Every single month. And that's like the absolute... And that's the absolute best. There are times where I get canker sores every 2 to 3 weeks, which is insane, but yeah, it happens. It's I think one of the consequences of living in a tropical island, I guess. Do you think the FGC in specific is more controversial? The severity of the controversy, I have no idea. Both of them, I guess. Both of them or all of them, I guess, are controversial. At the very least, being sick in the mouth is better than being sick in the mind. Ugh. Should I get a Series X or PS5? See my previous video on the PC versus consoles thing. You can, that's a bit of a more detailed guide on that one. But if you want a tildeer version, if you already have a PS4, don't get a PS5 yet. If you already have a Xbox One X, don't get an Xbox Series X yet, because a lot of the games are going to be released in both platforms, and unless if there's an exclusive in PS5 that actually makes you go, oh, I want to buy that, don't buy the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. Are there any PCs that I can lay down while using? PCs, are you talking about laptops that you can lay down while using? Is that what you're talking about? Quinton's VoidCon videos full of fucking normies like Cosmonaut, Linkara, and Saberpark. Okay. I'm just being on Discord, made a joke that made someone says, I'll drown you. Oh damn, Ran, get well soon, bro. Hopefully by August I can make a different kinds of soundtracks for video games. I've been playing God Eater. Cool. Abba's a big boy. I actually bought my weight last time I checked. Not exactly defined. I don't think that defines big boy. Although being 6 foot and 100, I don't know the measurement in pounds. Being 6 foot and 87 kilograms. I don't know what's the measurement of that in pounds. 174 pounds. I'd say that's not so bad. Only slightly reaching the overweight part. Only just on the borderline overweight, I guess. Maybe the balance was broken, always shows 87. Is that the weight of 87? Seriously. We're not doing that. I'm sorry. We're not doing that. Damn, I wish you the best, friend, for health and recovery. I am battling my weight down to freaking auto scroll. Jesus. I am battling my weight down to 180. Cool. What is your favorite pieces of fiction of every kind? That's a difficult question. That's a very broad question. That's a very difficult question. You need to be specific on that one. I can't just pick on... I can't just say that The Godfather, for example, is infinitely better than Deus Ex. It's an unfair comparison. Both mediums are doing different things. You should read Kingdom. I don't know what that is. San Francisco is gone now. That was for the good of all Americans. Oh man, that Vanquish quote. I'm also trying to learn to play the piano. Speaking of piano, been trying to learn. I've been mostly playing the piano just randomly, just playing random songs. But I do want to learn specific songs in the piano. I've been learning Johann Sebastian Bach's Toccata in D minor, and also Toccata in Fuga in D minor. I think that's what it's called. I really wanna been wanting to do that thing solo and everything like that. It's kind of weird experience having to play the piano that's not in my key that I mained in, which is C. I mostly main C with my key, but I'm playing in D minor right now, I guess, and that's a bit of a weird experience. But I do like playing it on it. It sounds a little bit more accurate in that tone. So my brother's been doing that as well, but not to classical music, to his own like library of musics. All right, Appa, making my day. Hitting 22 is gonna end with a bang. Wearing mask made by Beard Ichi. It's those fucking Karens. 3 anti-maskers are at it. To be specific, the bill that the US is planning to call the Earn It Act. I am not familiar with that. I'm just grinding for MFF Fate Go, like leveling up Paul Bunyan. They're checking your temperatures. They're checking my they're checking my temperatures. I see. Imagine having to wear a mask. This comment was made by the Nurgle gang. I don't really wear one unless I'm forced to in general. They were checking your temperature. Oh, okay. There's even people saying that people have been dying of asphyxiation for wearing masks. That's not true. The fake news, the panic surrounding the simple thing of wearing a mask is ridiculous. Face recognition is old news. Forehead analysis is the new stuff. That forehead thing is a thermometer. Oh, okay. If you're gonna switch to Linux, use Linux Mint. I'm not really familiar with the many Linux distros, and I can't exactly recommend which one is which, at least because Linux is... How do you describe Linux? Linux is kind of like a Steam store in of itself. Like you have to choose one that actually fits your need and actually is compatible with the hardware that you're using. Why do you hate The Last of Us 2, you incel man, baby sim, transphobic, racist, sexist, Nazi, evil man? Funny thing about that is that the Angry Joe also made a review of The Last of Us Part 2, which I thought was really good. I thought his review was really good. It actually hits the points that I really want to talk about, that I do criticize of The Last of Us 2. But then he got called an incel. He got called all of that. He got called incel, man, baby, simp, transphobic, racist, sexist, Nazi, evil man. I'm like, well, when did Angry Joe turn base? Or something along those lines. But most of the anti-quarantines are Karens and Kyles, or whatever is the male equivalent of Karens. EVO 2020 is doomed, but at least someone can do an online tournament series. Booby Doo 2020. Bobby Doo 2020. Linux is something I need to look into, although I heard Linux went woke as well. Depends on which version of Linux, because there are many Linux distros. Linux is not just one operating system. Linux is like an entire series of operating system. There are so many distribution versions of it. Ubuntu, there's Mint, there's freaking I'm not familiar with the lot of the Linux distros. Arch Linux, so many. Did you read part 6, 7, 8 of JoJo? I read part 6, but I haven't gone far enough. The Legend 27 Buck. We should make lewd anime-styled Abby from The Last of Us 2 just to boil Cuckman blood. Go ahead. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. I have nowhere to go, so there's no point in me wearing a mask. Fair enough. I recently watched Food Wars. It gets me a bit emotional sometimes, but that's maybe because I get emotional quite easy. Managed to fix my old laptop. It's great that after 3 years I have a computer again. Finally can finish all the games I left incomplete. Cool. What's funny is that during my way back browsing, I found an anti-censor campaign from 1996 that also had a parody website that was pro-censor, and it just looks like a modern Twitter post. Devilman Crybaby really pulls no punches after the intro is so good. Haven't been notified of the meme stream. You need to play Dragon Quest. I've already played Dragon Quest, unless if haven't been watching my videos where I have played Dragon Quest. I've only played the 11th game though. If I can work for an RPG company which is loot moments and is uncensored, would be awesome. Who's your favorite YouTuber? I have many YouTubers, and the thing about my favorite YouTubers, quote unquote, is that the topics that I'm interested in kind of switch back and forth, because they're sometimes if you say who my favorite YouTubers are in like 2016 or 2017, it will be like different to my favorite YouTubers in like now, because I consume different content. The kinds of content that is back on 2016, 2017 YouTube is different. Different kinds of people are popular. Leafy used to be popular back then, and now he kind of is, but he hasn't been making like the real Leafy videos. If you get what I'm saying, only Griffin Gaming does that, and Griffin Gaming has been the discount Leafy that I've been subscribing to. I do want to fill in that Leafy void that has been left for a while, and I kind of think that Griffin Gaming does that. Aside from that, I haven't been watching a lot of people. It just there's mostly tech channels, I guess. I do like the ones that I've been recently subscribed to. I've only recently subscribed to what was the one? I kind of forgot. Anyway, who's your favorite YouTuber? The Pro Gamer Move gets a VPN and buys stuff on Argentina pesos. Apparently, it's a lucrative deal. I had my birthday yesterday, went alone from Korean barbecue since shops are opening up again. Eyes can only see 15 FPS per eye. The only thing I had out was going on a bike lane with my brother. The animators would be my muse to create the wonderful themes for characters. Did you read that in Mexico, due to a recent copyright act, all homemade alteration of PC are now illegal? Yeah, we'll talk about that just briefly a bit. I live alone and I'm hardly ever around people, so I hardly ever need to wear a mask. What do you think of DSP or Wings of Redemptions and locales like them? The DSP, I don't know how DSP does it, but apparently he managed to get out of like the Evo scandal. He got banned from Evo, and well, at least last time I checked, he got banned from Evo, and he banned Evo. not that he banned Evo, but Evo got cancelled, and he just jumped off the ship and got kicked out. Same thing goes to low tier God. Why did I say low tier gamer? I'm the low tier gamer. But as for Wings of Redemption, well, see down the rabbit holes video on that. I think that sums up my opinion on him, I guess. I know it's 2 hours long, but still, it's a very good video. Do you feel like a hero yet, Appa? Are you gonna talk about the apocalyptic sales crash of one very angry lesbian in Japan? I don't really see the point. I mean, of course games are going to sales. Of course the sales of games are going to crash after release, and a lot of people are going to resell. There are going to be people who are complaining about the game so much they're going to resell the game. It's not really expected. I mean, Last of Us 2 has been getting a lot of dunking lately, and I'd like to keep that to, actually no, I do want to dunk on it just slightly a bit more depending on which topic they're going to be dunking, but Last of Us 2 has been dunked enough at this point. That being said, there's never enough. Anyway, where was I? What do you like the Kiseki series to become mainstream and change the formula with new games or make it more like niche games? The thing about the Kiseki games is that it's kind of already mainstream. Not to Persona, not to the extent of Persona, but in terms of like JRPGs in general, Kiseki is pretty. It's niche in America, in the West, but in Japan it's somewhat relatively mainstream. It depends on which region you're talking about. I don't want it to go to mainstream in Japan. Sorry, in America, because of course for obvious reasons. The Legend 27 to $1. Have you heard of the Queen of Karen's Larson making a YouTube and immediately get whitelisted by Susan? Okay, so thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Yeah, by the way, Japan has been roasting, recting, and fighting back against censorship and wokeness this year. Even the creators and Japanese celebrities. They've been doing that for a while now at this point. So, I just got SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated on Switch. Will there be a new fighting game tournament to take Evo's spot, or will the FGC dissolve in the mainstream? I think the FGC will dissolve in the mainstream. You should watch Syriac videos. Who's that? Oh yeah, The Last of Us 2 is likely the worst experience I've had with Eddie's story by all the wrong reasons. Clownfish TV, Hero High, Leo Flash 2, and Rage Gold Eagle have been talking about Japan fighting back, including China. fighting back, including China. You mean they're fighting it with China? You mean they're fighting with China? The phrasing needs to. They're fighting against China. Hopefully. Started watching Grand Blue. The anime is a meme fest of hilarious faces. Godfather Appa. Finally got to play Persona 5 and I'm enjoying it so far. Just gonna stay far away from the fandom. Yeah. AMLO is a freaking boomer. That's all I have to say. Who the hell is AMLO? Playing Awa's Awakening is a great throwback to the NES era. Luckily, if I don't live in Mexico because I modify my computer all the time. We'll talk about the St. Louis couple with guns. Which one? I'm not familiar with that. My take on the new Mexican law: sometimes penguins have to live a life of crime. I know they were pro Smash Bros players, but not in that sense. I'm so tired of hearing about The Last of Us 2. Dear God, I wish we can move on from it. Greetings, and this week is just wild. Regardless whether or not YouTube would perma-ban you, one angry gamer would still despise you even if you were a victim. What's your opinion on Africa? You mean the song Africa? I do like Toto's Africa. If that's what you're talking about. I do like ding 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 ding. I'd rather play Ride to Hell Retribution than play The Last of Us 2. Would also play ET for the Atari as well. Any worse laughing, joking numbnuts? I watched a few of Ride to Hell and it was amusing. You ever see Dorohedoro, such a strange anime? I haven't seen that, but I know about that anime. Last what I heard about that stupid law, it only affects the companies that have not licensed parts, and you need to be either approved by the company of that part or be 100% using original parts. I see. Yeah, I see how the law is going. Essentially, what the bootleggers, it's kind of anti-bootleggers. Is that how I interpreted it? Is that how it is? Oh my God, Quentin really fell down the rabbit hole. I used to enjoy his content and now he's the new dog walker. Do you play any RTS? I've only played some RTS back in the day, but not really as of late. If so, can you recommend me good RTS to buy on Steam? The RTS that I've been mostly playing back then is StarCraft, the original StarCraft, Command & Conquer 3, Age of Empires 2, Rise of Nations. I don't know if Rise of Nations is on Steam, but if Rise of Nations is on Steam, go buy Rise of Nations. I love Rise of Nations. Yeah, those are the ones that I played. Demon's Souls is tempting, but I will wait patiently. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have a good enough computer to play new JRPGs. Well, save up some money to buy some. Dorohedoro is lit. I must be the only one who got bored with God Eater. Actually, the one thing about God Eater is that I played God Eater. I've got all. I think I got all three God Eater games on Steam. Played the first one and I don't know, something about the game. It just I thought the game is gonna be more action RPG oriented, more story oriented. But the moment something about making a character and then having to custom name my character, that's the sign where the game is this game is not gonna be story oriented, because something about a game letting me to choose the name of my own character just irks me, and I don't want that. I don't want the game to let me customize the name of my character. I want the character name to be something that is already predefined, something like Shepard or something or whatever. I know that Shepard's first name is you can be doing whatever he wants, but I think it should be defined. And the reason why is because if it's defined, you can actually focus on the story. The characters will actually refer you to the names that you are. And it's the same thing that happens with Three Houses. And Violet is not exactly, you can name it someone else, but people mostly call it the Professor and not Byleth. And even though that's the canon name, same thing goes for Persona and everything like that. And I just kind of feel like there should be a canon name for every character, because at least with that, the character feels more involved when the character actually calls you out, because by your name, that you actually feel involved with the characters. And I don't know. That's just what I think. What up, Appa? Bell for Bikini Bottom Rehydrate is a best 6 or 7. It's a watered down version of the original, replay value down due to not being able to replay the boss fight. Just emulate original screw shift. Okay. I tried learning piano songs from video games to give me some inspiration of music composing. I'm playing Three Houses. I made my first play with Edelgard. What is your favorite road of the 3? Depends on which aspect you're talking about, because each of the houses have different aspects that you like. For me, at least, I prefer the Golden Deer, because at least the Golden Deer gives, in my opinion, the absolute best outcome for all of Foldland. That's the one where that's the ending, the best ending in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Funny how gaming companies always complain about the rising cost of game development, and yet every year they report record profits. $70 per game is a bit too much. Yeah. Fuck, marry, kill, tomboys, femboys, normal people. Fuck, marry, kill tomboys, femboys, normal people. Kill normal people. Fuck femboys, marry tomboys. I'm drawing Jack hentai right now. Put me in jail. Who's Jack? Imagine believing that you can die of wearing a mask. What is your favorite song? Depends. With a song at which genre? Fix that heresy you just spewed. Arch Linux is much better. Arch Linux is better than all. I'm not saying that, and I'm not specifically saying that any of the Linux distros are better than anything. I'm just mentioning the ones that I know that know at the top of my head. I'm not saying one is better than the other. Dying from wearing masks. Imagine dying in such a stupid way. It's not really possible to die of lack of oxygen for wearing masks if you're doing any strenuous activity like biking chances, and you'll be gasping for. I mean, duh. Linux Mint, whoever suggested it, him will need to look into it once I am building a PC. Shane Dawson is blacker than appabend's comedy. Swap the last two. To be fair, Angry Joe's always a bitch. Wait, the last two? You mean all is better than Arch Linux? Is that what you're saying? Which one you're saying? Remember, N95 masks are designed to filter 95% of air, meaning you're only getting 5% oxygen every breath. What about the pathetic death of Chaz, aka communism speedrun? I'm not paying attention to that, but apparently from what I've been listening to, it sounds hilarious. I do not mind playing a game with a trans character if they were good looking as Blair White. Okay. Laharo is pretty good so far. I find it funny he dislikes Buzangas. Angry Joe turned base when he rightfully defended himself against his allegations. Your thoughts on out of control cancel culture? We talk about the cancellations of a lot of people in the previous video, but we're gonna talk about some of them later on in this stream. You should read Vagabond. It's god tier. Okay, don't know what that is. I call Mel Karen Kevin since I know someone who was with that name. Does there even need to be a male equivalent to Karen? I think it works with both boy and girls. I'd just like to interject for a moment. What you're referring to as Linux is in fact GNU Linux. I've recently talked to it GNU plus Linux. Okay. Is Konosuba that funny? Yeah. Or at least in my opinion, but I don't know. Your taste in comedy might be different, but to me at least Konosuba is pretty funny. Linux is not an operating system unto itself, but rather another free component of a fully functioning GNU system made useful by the GNU core libs, shell utilities, and vital system components comprising of a full OS as defined by POSIX. Yeah. So you're basically going, well, actually, in this chat, yes. Linux is like rodents; they're different ones, and it's hard to differentiate. Many computers run a modified version of the GNU system every day. Where I realize, jeez, dude, yes. Can you stop with the yes? Actually, I just like to interject for a moment. Yeah. Is that a meme? Am I missing the meme? Am I missing that meme? Just become the discount leafy yourself, Appa. Am I? I need to actually, I'm probably gonna do a bit of a revamp in how I do my videos. I'm gonna start the video with a live action version of me and then swiftly turn it to like commentary and shit. Just me talking random stuff live action before I switch to commentary. At least that's how I don't know. Something about the current YouTube state as of late makes me think that doing the YouTube avatars hasn't been really that popular. So I might switch to live action, or at least a combination of live action and avatar. Why not doing both? Anyway, by the way, Powerwolf made an awesome remaster of their song Resurrection by Erection. If weeps ever become a religion, this should be our holy chant. Okay. I occasionally watch SpongeBob edited. You haven't been in EFAP for a while. What happened? I'm just not interested in coming. I'm not really been paying attention. I would enjoy if there are many dating sims or RPG, FPS, action games, and many other genres. Racing games need some, and on Linux. There's Red Hat, there's CentOS, Ubuntu, Kali. Those are Linux distributions I've learned in college. I like Kali, it's pretty good, but I don't think you can play games on any of these. Appabend is Wojak, the worst meme. The Leafy Void, that sounds like some really lewd Monster Plant girl vor shit. What do you think history will remember as the bigger lolcow DSP? What do you think history will remember as the bigger lolcow, DSP or Christian? I don't know. I suppose DSP is still alive. I don't know what Christian has been up to these days. So, which is your favorite kind of sandwich? I don't eat sandwich. So, since Fate Go anniversary is sooner than getting free quartz, saving up for Summer 3. It's been a while. It appears the topic is how Smash players and probably that core values guy that likes to be glued into their you know what? Yeah, we'll get to that. Evo cancelled, all nostrils within 2 miles, sigh with relief. Imagine if Appabend pulled a DSP of one of his meme streams. Depends on what you define to as a DSP. Are you talking about the part where DSP is fapping on stream, or at least fapping off camera on the stream? It goes, oh, there's something along those lines. and then he's like, camera's on. In that case, nah, I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen. I'm not that concerned on stream. Actually, speaking of somebody fapping on stream, I think there was a podcast. I remember there was the podcast. I forgot what the podcast name. It was the podcast between. It was the podcast between Dodger, Total Biscuit, Jesse Cox, and then it guest stars Angry Joe. Essentially, it opens with Dodger fapping. It essentially opens with Dodger going like this. Doing something in her bottom, and then people are speculating that she was fapping, and then she's like, and then the moment she goes like this, and then she's like, she just looks innocent as fuck, and I'm like, what the hell is that? What the hell just happened? Anyway, and then suddenly my internet came back. I can't save any quartz anymore after accidentally summoning Napoleon. Ban anyone who wants to take part in Evo. Real talk. Problem is simply existing means it's gotta go mainstream at some point. That is true. Niche games become mainstream, become a double-edged sword. I'd say niche games is sexual. If said niche game is sexual content, it needs to keep said content intact and becoming mainstream without a double-edged sword. It's inevitable. By the way, Burnout Paradise Remastered got released on PC, and you need an Origin account. I'll keep my Ultimate Box Edition. You don't need Origin for that one. Ugh. Tell me one good thing that happened this year. Persona 4 Golden got released on Steam. Or at least that's it. Good afternoon, Appa. Do you think Zero is guilty of sexual harassment? Who is that? If Zero no Kiseki goes mainstream, no doubt you have fans calling it for the Crossville police to get defunded. Actually, funny thing is, I think people gonna, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if people are gonna love the Zero and Ao no Kiseki games, because those two games are the most anti-Trump game you can ever think of. Those are the most anti-Trump games you can ever think of. But the problem is you're playing as the police and you're going against Trump. I think I already spelled out who the Trump figure is on that one, but it's very obviously Trump. There was a character in the game who was like, this is fucking Donald Trump. I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, come on, freaking Falcom. This character is clearly Donald Trump. Anyway. Against China is what I mean, the whole damn thing. Armlow is Mexico president. Ghost of Tsushima is so close. Don't know what that is. Sorry, I know what Ghost of Tsushima is. I don't know who Armlow is. Apparently Mexican president. Not familiar. My Paul Bunyan is about to reach bond level 10, so I'm giving her a break until the events reruns on North America. North America? Dogtery grew up so fast. Boomers protected their property. AMLO is Mexico president. I like how Chumel Torres roasts him weekly. Be honest, you want people to move on from The Last of Us 2? Depends. Hater bases are more toxic than fan bases. AMLO is the nickname to the Mexico president. I remember something once saying Clownfish TV far from grace. Can someone give me a reason to that? I haven't watched him for an eternity. Well, if considering that you haven't watched him for an eternity, I think I think the reason lies within you. The answer is already within you, or something along those lines. I wouldn't mind playing a video game with a well-written trans character. Also, the trans is male to female, very good looking, obviously. Okay. I think everybody prefers that. What if one of your friends turned out to be a pedo? If one of my friends turned out to be a pedo, considering that I haven't been talking to a lot of friends lately, I've called them out. I would call them out, but I haven't been in contact with my friends lately, so I haven't been really familiar with any of their antics. Can you ask your brother which monster goat species is his favorite? He's sleeping in the back. What happened to Quinton? Is he still relevant? Hi, appabend in chat. Hello. Well, I guess my comments are too spicy that it's never showed in the stream. Yeah, the thing about the stream chat on my left on the left is that it only shows the top chat. I don't know how to configure this one so that it shows the live chat, but apparently it only shows the top chat, and that fucking sucks. Howdy newcomers. What do you think of anti-O's? Anti-O? What are anti-O's? Oh man, I used to play God Eater Burst on the PSP a lot. GC Denton in the flesh. I like to at least have the default names for JRPG protagonists. What's up, Kenya? Started playing Wolfenstein 3D. Is it good? You're the one playing it. So, but Appa, if you create your own character, you can actually be part of the story. Doesn't that sound great? What's your favorite app? I have so many apps installed in my phone, I couldn't exactly see my favorite. Well, there are canon names for each protagonist, technically, but they didn't actually say them in-game, and that's the thing. Funny thing is, your character gets a canon name in God Eater 2. Is it mentioned in-game, or is it a canon name only outside of the game? Also, hi, just in case my comment vanished. Blue Lions equals best main lord character arc, hands down. Honestly, I'm a Blue Lions guy. Golden Deer, how are you? I see you're a man of culture as well. Hashtag fear the deer. Dimitri is best lord. Edelgard is evil. Claude isn't a bad character, but he doesn't feel too relevant to the story. Claude is just chilling in the background somewhere. The fun thing, the kind of thing I'm disappointed about Claude is that he doesn't really have a character arc. He's just chill. He's just chill and he stays chill for the most part. There's never a point in which Claude genuinely like have anger or fear or sadness or any sort of point in the game where he's genuinely on his lowest breaking point. I mean, Dimitri's obvious. Dimitri's lowest point, I mean, it's pretty much the second half of the game, Dimitri's entire lowest point. Edelgard also suffers from that, but Claude doesn't. Claude is just chill for the most part in the game, and that kind of turns me off. I ended up regretting romancing Claude. I wanted to romance freaking Ignatz instead. At least he's a good boy, or at least as female Byleth. Golden Deer has Marianne, drops microphone. Why are The Last of Us 2 fans so arrogant and condescending? We'll get to that, I guess. I'm working on new drawing as I watch Evo in the fate. How did I say fate go? Fighting game community crashed with no survivors. Ubuntu Master Race. I was referring to Jack the Ripper from Fate. Jack is a lowly manifested from fetuses. Oh, Jack the Ripper. Yeah, I know Jack the Ripper. I'm playing Crimson Flower Route after playing AM and Verdant Win. AM, I forgot. Probably biased from past routes, but I feel Edelgard feels positively shonen compared to others considering it involves war. Weird standard. Also, I really want the Crossbell art games to be localized. I'm currently going through Trails in the Sky Third at the moment. The Crossbell games are unofficially localized, so if you want to play the games, you can play the games on the translated PSP version, or the fan-translated PSP version, so there's that. Are you rich? Totally not asking to rob you, seriously. Hypothetically, if you remove Byleth and their role in the story, could Three Houses work as an anime? I think Three Houses would work if there are two Byleths, in my opinion, because there a lot of the fan art, a lot of the art for some reason features two Byleths, and yet the game only features one Byleth, and I kind of feel misled about that because the the cover art features two Byleths, but the game only has one Byleth, and I'm like, what's wrong with that game? Come on, yeah, I want two Byleths. I want two Byleths. Two Byleths. Huh. Who's the best Tsukihime girl? I haven't played Tsukihime far enough to actually consider which one is best. But funny thing about Tsukihime is that there's this one character. I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know if it's true or not. But there is one character in the game. There's one character in like the early parts of the visual novel talking about her backstory and talking about how this character loves the main character because or at least didn't explicitly say it, but this character clearly likes the main character. Because this character saves her, because the main character saves her, and it's something along the lines of, I appreciate that you're gonna be there saving my life, and like, this character's gonna die, isn't it? Like, this character's definitely gonna fucking die. Come on, game. Come on, y'all. I'm not that fucking stupid. Anyway, Mia donated $1. Ooh, Mia, welcome. Donated $1. The game's called Smash Bros, but that doesn't mean it's okay to smash your bros without consent. Ooh, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. There's an RPG maker on Steam. You can. Oh, by the way, if you're consider that you're in the chat, me, I am still putting that commission offer for $60 on whatever fan art you can make me. If your commission slot is still open, anytime at any day. If you want to get some $60 from me, just show your talents. Let's see. Chaz's Pathetic Garden said that was a barrel of laughs. There is RPG Maker on Steam. You can make the Avengers Justice League style RPG you claim you wanted to make. Yes, but pixelated though. Maybe not. Sauce says recent review on Reciteer and wanted another opinion of it before buying it. What are your thoughts about it? Apparently it's pretty good, Reciteer, and people left and right has been recommending me. And but I haven't played it myself. But my friend played it and it was pretty good. From my scene, it's pretty good. So you should watch Flex Air. What is Flex Air? I've been watching Chaz through Memology 101. It's a shit show. Basically, Chaz was killed because they decided to protest in front of the mayor's house, and she didn't like that. Do Persona 1 and 2 even exist? Persona 1 and 2, as we said many times before, is fake news. It fake news. It doesn't exist. It's just a figment of everybody's imagination, okay? Good game with a trans protagonist. Saints Row games from 2 and onwards if you play female protagonists. The protests were okay until the major is involved. Kek Appa, you didn't know that. Didn't know what? Some guy in Cali tried to sue Twitch to cancel various female content creators who are not breaking nudity rules. We talked about that in the previous stream. Yeah, it was stupid. That one was stupid, but the guy's clearly trying to get attention. Games Workshop's trying to cancel Ark Warhammer. I'm not familiar with that. What's the deal with Billy? I haven't been paying attention with Billy's content lately. What happened with Billy? Is Black Lives Matter still so strong going? I don't think so. There haven't been a lot of, or at least in this particular stream, not really a lot of protests related related tweets or bad takes. If you want a game with a trans character, play Catherine. Not a bad choice. Linux, it's a Linux meme. Yeah, it is. You didn't know the interjection copy pasta. Yeah. What does your name mean? I see there's a video, go to my channel. There's a video say, who am I? You should find it right there. But till there, it's basically just a Frankenstein monster combination of my real name just combined into one. Billy is Billy. Billy's a special kind of person like that kid from elementary who eats glue. It's a Linux copy pasta. Lol, the thumbnail is Luigi illegal in Smash now. It's lol, the thumbnail is Luigi illegal in Smash now. Oh, there's something even more illegal than Luigi, my friend. Is this stream regarding the sexual assault allegations on Smash fighting game community? If it is, remember, innocent until proven guilty. We're just having a laugh on the entire freaking hoopla because it's just fucking stupid. It's just stupid. Oh my god, it's just so stupid in general. Or just show your face like Charlie Critical Zero. Actually, you know what? That could be a good thing. I might as well just show my face and show my face for a bit, then like the intro, and then just immediately switch it to narrated something that I rewrite in a script or something along those lines. Billy's still in the closet. Go to the Roger Rabbit route and mix both. Just do the CS survey for the commentary background. I'm not interested in coming. Ooh, interesting. Basically, the Smash community got me too. Onishian. What's Onishians? what is Onishians relevant on this particular conversation? From what I understand, Arclinus is bare bone. You have to literally install everything you need from apps to drivers. Isn't that the point? DSP has some kind of crazy survival instinct. I am low-key glad that I never really paid attention to Evo fighting game community until now, despite fighting games with my bread and butter. What's the deal with the blue bear? Which blue bear? What blue bear? What's going on with the Smash community? We'll get to that in a bit. Also, Mr. Core Value is going to be famous player in Evo. I guess it's cover for him. What do you think of Jawbreaker? Which Jawbreaker? The one that the version in comics made? I'm not too familiar with that. Wow, bug stream mechanics. Chris Chan has been saying that all the fictional universes would merge with reality. It depends. Twitter arguments and Billy's fantasies to stream. What the... I don't know why people are saying that. I don't know if people are saying that. Tencent is making a Cyberpunk genres game. Rick Ashley got rickrolled. Zero is a Smash Pro player. Am I bothering you? Zero is one of the best pro Smash player. The Beavis and Butthead reboot is the original creator. I'm sorry if I'm topping a reference from web series. Normies, wait, this game is shit. Appabend always has been. I am Koom Holio. In your opinion, do you wonder if it will be possible to make a game like Y2K into a better game than what it came out? Looking at V11 Hall Ace cameos made me think at times. I honestly don't know. I'm not familiar with Y2K. I'm not too familiar with Y2K, so... Who did you S-support in Awakening? I S-support Crom in Awakening. As Robin? As Robin, I S-support Crom. As female Robin, I S-support Crom. As other characters, depends. I do like to pair each characters with one different to another. Man, there are so many characters. I forgot their names in Awakening. I do pair a lot of them though. Let's just say that. We're gonna build a wall around Crossbell and have the Erebonians pay for it. Will you ever play the Yeast series? Maybe, maybe not. Also, who's freaking autoscroll? Also, who's your favorite child unit? Can't say. I haven't been playing Awakening lately. My 3DS is broke. So, what do you think they will do with Joker 2? Will they make a Joker 2? We're in Zero and so released years before Trump becoming president. No. Play Zero and you'll see why I said that. Opinions on Yeast. Also, Yeast 9 and Cold Steel 4 coming 2021 hype. I haven't played Yeast, so remember guys, innocent until proven guilty. Neon is a Twitch-hating idiot. I still watch Clownfish. I understand why others don't. There you go. Everyone out there getting cancelled except DSP is eternal. Severa from our Emblem is the reason why I prefer Tsundere. If you know what, that DSP hates Neo 2 because it's unrealistic, well, DSP hates a lot of things. Do you believe that will be an actual criticism for art on Twitter? I don't think so. Homemade ice cream is better than store-bought ice cream. Yeah, I keep having to defend Twitch when he generalizes all Twitch content creators just like you and Jeremy from the Quarry. am I considered a Twitch content creator now? I primarily stream on YouTube, but apparently I am considered a Twitch content creator. God damn. Wait, which accusation? What accusation against Twitch content creator? So, what is a dog walker? Good question. Anyone plays Ninja Alliance, a new free game on the Switch? Anti-O is that like an evil comment writer? Okay. Funny how it's on the nose despite well predating 2016. If Appa's avatar was animated, would that make him a VTuber? Technically, yes. I want a character to customize Donkey Kong into a The Last of Us game, but why though? Anti-Os are people who hate Onisions way too much. Oh, I'm not familiar too much. This is exactly why I don't care for Claude. He has the least flaws. He's a Gary Stu. Did you watch Emplemont's new video? Which Emplemont's new? I'm not familiar with Emplemont. I follow Emplemont on Twitter, but I'm not familiar with his new video. What did he make? Did you watch the latest video of The Last of Us 2 by Pimpmaster Yoda? I didn't. It's like Dimitri and Eldegaard are beating each other up while Cloud is taking a selfie with them in the background. That is true. That's basically the second half of the game. Dimitri and Eldegaard, they're fighting each other. Claude just takes a selfie in the background. It kind of makes me like if I'm actually choosing the Blue Lions or any other sides, it kind of makes me like I don't wanna kill Claude. He's just chilling. I should have realized it was a bit of sarcasm. My question was also a joke. Watching Beam stream at work, this building is a ghost town. What is the best mobile game? I don't play mobile games. Sup Appa, how are you today? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. What about Berserker Jack? Can't take Twitter seriously, man. Ever heard of this bland bread tuber Chud Logic? I don't know who that is. He acts totally smart, but he's actually the dumbest son of a bitch I ever come across. Okay. The Golden Deer has the best outcome because Claude kills the CEO of racism. Speaking of killing racism, I need to talk about how Red Dead Redemption 2 is woke as fuck. I mean, there's the random encounter. There are many times where Red Dead Redemption 2 is woke as fuck. There's that time where I have to, it's 1899 and for some reason nobody says the N-word. People says either Negroes or Blackies or something along those lines, but nobody actually said the hard N-word. Come on, y'all. Where's the hard N-word? Is saying the hard N-word allowed in 1899? I mean, we're living in even in the thousands, like back in the 2000s, back in the Xbox Live chat days, people are saying the N-words all the freaking time. So I assume that it has to be more prominent back in 1899. There's also that time where I got to a random encounter and for some reason I noticed the fucking KKK and I just like, damn, and I just found the KKK, the fucking KKK just coming in and doing their march and shit. They're burning a fucking cross, like throw a dynamite on that shit. It's like boom, 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 killing everybody. It's like, I have finally ended racism, ladies and gentlemen. I have ended racism. Racism is over. Hashtag racism is over 2020. And then there's that guy who was like eugenics, who's selling books saying eugenics for beginner or something along those lines. And he talks about how white people are superior. And then he calls, and then Arthur's like, oh, what do you mean whites are superior? I mean, white people can be fucking stupid. I mean, there are black people, there are Latinos or something along those lines. It's like, Arthur basically goes hashtag not all white people or hashtag not all people of color, and then the guy's like, you are stupid. It's like, and then Arthur's like, oh, you're calling me stupid? Did you just call me stupid? And then Arthur just beat the living shit out of him. It's like, I have ended racism, ladies and gentlemen. I have finally ended racism. Red Dead Redemption 2 woke, absolutely woke. I have ended racism, ladies and gentlemen. I have beaten the man who is for eugenics or something about this. Oh man, I have not only ended I have not only ended racism, I have also ended sexism, because there's a quest in Red Dead Redemption 2 where you have to march a bunch of fucking feminists to Rose and then kill, and then there's this quest where you have to save this woman from a bunch of fucking inbred cousin racists, inbred racists and inbred sexists who are trying to split up this couple, and I'm like, what the fuck? This game is progressive as fuck, and I fucking love it. I've ended racism. Red Dead Redemption 2. Ending racism. Ending racism since 3 years ago, I guess. Anyway, where was I? Also, Persona 4 got cracked yesterday. The Duvelist version was leaked, and Steam DRM was easily bypassed. Cool. Vincent207 at $2. Do you have any recommendations for a PC controller? I've tried and returned 3 Xbox One controllers. They had faulty A buttons. I use the PS4 controller all the time. It works and it's easily customizable. You can connect it to Bluetooth without needing any sorts of dongles or whatever. I love the PS4 controller. It's been my daily driver. It's been absolutely my daily driver on PC, and it's highly customizable. You can use it as direct input. You can use it as XSplit input. So much customization. You do need to download additional software, but when you do it, it's simple, easy to install, and even my girlfriend can install it. She's not exactly familiar with technology in general, but that's what I'll be using. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. What's your opinion about Proton to Linux for gaming and the evolution of gaming in Linux? I think it could be good. It could be good. Two by left would be neat, while also some characterization. Dr. Disrespect got banned because he disrespected someone. I read the comment section of some positive reviews about Last of Us 2, and holy shit, they act like reviewers opened their third eye or something. Byleth being slow in Smash is Byleth the fat ass. Do you need a PSP emulator to play Zero no Kiseki on PC? You can play the PC version of Zero no Kiseki, but of course you do need to play. But if you want to play the PSP version, of course you do need a PSP emulator. I mean, PSP emulators run on anything. It can run on your phone if your phone is reasonably spec'd enough, at least. Why not 3 Byleths? I wish there's Tsukihime anime. No, don't do that. Mislead by the gender options, Appa. I thought you were smarter. Do people lie about China? Sachin Route when? I only know of Tsukihime thanks to Carnival Phantasm and Rani's Rotten Fate Extra. Not gonna lie, I can agree that the Verdant win is arguably the best outcome. I still prefer Crimson Fowler. I also think the Blue Lions is the least they come off as Fire Emblem stereotypes for me. H3H3 did good and got creators remonetized, including Count Dankula. Yeah, I saw that. Even though she isn't my personal favorite, Hisui is a freaking beast and melty god. I know a friend of mine who could use some bucks and has her commissions open. What do you want? Cool. DM me, I guess. Reciteer, huh? Hey people. I'm still hold hope for a Tsukihime remake and Fate Route from UFO tables somehow. The anime could put the Ashen Wolves in the spotlight and be the closest thing we got to a Golden Route, or it could be a parody of itself with Edelgard griefing Dimitri and Flame would be Minecraft. When Byleth is so bland I can't spell his or her name right, then Corin got buffed. Buy Reciteer and join us in the club of capitalist warlords. Will you do an uncap on Paper Mario Origami King? Nah, I'm not really too much familiar with the Paper Mario recently, so... does anyone know about the Tsukihime spin-off game? Melty Blood? Byleth and X Byleth sells as his best says. Also, Evo cancellation. I'll buy Sony Komi straight from their developers. While I'm going to train my Pokemon before I hit the Elite Four in Pokemon Liquid and Crystal. Twitch is shit, not even worth saving, just let it burn. If Servants in Fate were to represent continent, they came from which continent will come out on top? Appabend, you are awesome. Thank you. Speaking of Chaz, can you pull out Chaz in Indonesia? No. And by the way, the game features Super Sonico. Hi Appabend, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. There's no Tsukihime anime in Busting State. How bad is Twitter now? Pretty bad. Did you see the trailer for Guilty Gear Strive, newest one? Remlifal is looking swole. I plan to watch a lot of anime beach episodes. Appa, your girlfriend should make an OnlyFans. Nah, fam. Indonesia is too split between islands, so chats would just become Java. There's not a single female working today. I call discrimination misandry. Even Byleth Smash render has 2 of them in it. The other Fire Emblem characters with male and female alts don't have both genders in their renders. Hey, I'm late. What did I miss? Just chatting. I watched a video of a guy addressing the Smash Hoopla, and by the way he addresses it, make it seem like the viewers are the bad people. Pro Smash Bros players shouldn't have taken their title seriously. People hate Luigi mains. At least we know that Tsukihime in some kind of development, and UFO table animated 3 minutes of Cyber's epilogue. Jawbreakers, the book your boy Zach wrote. Do you have sex? Why is that a question? Or just do the full video stream with your avatar as either Doomcock or just some guy. Some freaking auto scroll. And some of the accusations are like chaotic mistake, but not that bad. Like misogyny happens all the time. Are you good in the bed? Why is that a question? But like rape and such is terrible. Why do you know so little? Know so little what? You should play Yes 1 and 2. They're fun. All right. Have you watched K-On? I've watched a couple of episodes. Not really interested. I despise Sundares. Am I weird for wanting to have Twitter to cancel me? Why? Why are the best YouTubers the ones who rarely upload? If that includes me, thank you. It is also the first me stream after a while that I was speaking in the chat. What do you think of the Zelda Breath of the Wild? I managed to install Steam and played it a bit, and I'm actually impressed. I think it's pretty good. How do you not know the Twitch e-celeb? I mean, you generalize what people are like on Twitch. Can we replace Abby's model with Adachi? But why though? Do you think the isekai genre getting oversaturated nowadays? No, it's not. Really? It's mostly back in last decade it's got oversaturated. I don't think it is now. Maybe it is. Who are you? Think Bio Booster Armor Guy would be good for a remake. Tencent and the Chinese government needs to be annihilated. I did enjoy Leafy's daily dose of internet vid because everyone says that DDOA guy sounds like Leafy. I mean, Berserker Jack can turn to anime, so that's a plus. Did you read Berserk? I haven't read Berserk in a while. Even Jago Unchained used that word. Rockstar is bottom. Nobody says N-word in Red Dead Redemption 2 except Lenny. You should read the 20th Century Boys. Cancer's Little Zealot to Zionist. Golden Nuggets. Art are ready to say the N-word. God damn it, Dutch, not again. Imperial fought of the day. There's no enemy more fearsome and elusive than those in one's mind. Evo Fight Tournament got cancelled. Lots of collateral damage. 7 out of 10, not enough N-words. Appabend cancel racism. N-word dio. And my friends sometimes stream on Twitch with no viewers, so I drop the N-bomb sometimes just for fun. Take-Two Interactive did not learn their lesson from the NBA 2K20 hoopla. Raw, equal, and being total dumbasses. Red Dead 2 logic. Murdering outlaws is better than being a racist. Did you know that Chris Reagan's girlfriend cheated on him? Why are you paying attention to that? Yeah, it didn't show up as chat. Eugenics Light is just standards. Did you see Lil Levi's video talking about Red Dead Redemption 2's historical revisionism? Well, it's a fictional game. It's a game that takes place in a fictional universe that is somewhat authentic to the time period, somewhat, not really, but suffragettes really wanted a vote to keep the black man down. I'm not paying attention to that. It's the same reason that Disney doesn't allow Song of the South to be re-released. On one hand, you can say that it's understandable, but the other can also that censoring the past is wrong. I had this video in my recommendation where Samuel L. Jackson gets interviewed and stressed the white interviewer to say the N-word. The man had the N-pass from Samuel and still didn't say the N-word. Personally, I couldn't care, but killing a feminist will get your YouTube channel shut down. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, we would talk about that a while ago. Did you know that the Yo Mama channel is trying to cancel people on Twitter? I don't know. It woke, but I still rather play that than the rest of us too. Nintendo, no, you're not supposed to literally smash your bros. Appa has ended racism. When does he get the Twitter verification? Please have mercy on racism. That annoying mission in Red Dead 2 of driving the suffrage wagon made me want to park the wagon on the train tracks, but the game wouldn't let me. Oh, speaking of train tracks, there's that point where I hog-tie somebody and I just put them on a train tracks for the lulz, and fucking hell, the result is not pretty. Let's just say that. What controller you recommend for a Nintendo Switch owner? Just your normal Switch Pro controller, I guess. Negator Anime confirms. Smuck Bros rise up. Rest in peace. Cyberpunk 2077 uses Direct 12. That means it's incompatible with Linux. Wait, is it? Is it incompatible with Linux? I'm not paying attention to that. I apologize in advance for drawing mostly lowlies. I'm not used to drawing guys. Okay. Why use a knife when you can use Yangshin Dawson? It's edgy as fuck. I've read some dojins when chicks smash their bros. PSP emulator is great. Played Fate Extra and Pursuit Force. Had a lot of fun. My joke would show. I'm looking for anime manga with samurai or katana wielding protagonists. Not really familiar with any of those, so well, I tried, guys. What's worse, having the stomach flu for 2 weeks straight, or Netflix making a live-action movie of Bayabu's or MacGyver? Why not both? Reason to live, Troy DSP. Freaking auto-scroll. No, thank you. I don't want an OnlyFans. Thank you very much. It's been refreshing to not see a resident sleeper on the streams. It's strange that I can fap to the goriest stuff, but naked feet are too much for me. The brown first-year schooler girl manga is being turned into an anime. Nagatoro? Cool. I'm gonna get a drink. Anyway, how's your sex life, Appa? So anyway, how is your sex life? Finally finished every route in Kato Shoujo. Thanks, Appa, for finally getting me to read it. It was amazing. Hey, you're welcome. Appabend Stan should be a meme generator. Hello, male Naoto. Is Devil part-timer the only reverse isekai out there? Not really, technically speaking, because creativity takes time to make. Today I learned about game lands in a video about the first Street Fighter. Honestly, I'd rather the Avatar. I'm really sick of face reveals. I'm not doing a face reveal every freaking... I'm not doing a face reveal. I mean, isn't this technically a face reveal? What? I'm not doing a face reveal every video or something along those lines. What do you think of commentary YouTubers getting demonetized? Sucks. I wish they could get demonetized, which apparently they did. Currently reading the Berserk manga now. H3 finally did something good. Hey, Appa in chat. You're right, we should instead replace every model with Adachi's model and then interpret the story as an internal conflict of him. Appa, give us tips to defeat God, but why though? Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Okuyasu's coming for you. All I'm gonna say is that if it's up to the person to make fiction affect them and not reality, I'll be blessed if Samuel L. Jackson granted me the N-word pass. Do you believe in God? No. Brie Larson made a YouTube channel. I would recommend 8BitDo SN30 Pro. For the Switch, yeah, if you're playing retro games, but I do recommend it more for portability and for other things too. For PC, it's pretty good, and Android's pretty good too. What will be the female version of Sims? I don't know. Did you see the new remastered anime of Higurashi When They Cry? Yeah, apparently they're gonna make that. What do you think of the Fallout TV show coming soon? Cool. Why are you a minority? Why is that a question? Would you be more interested in SMT5 or more Persona? SMT5, without a doubt. No more Persona, please. I'm good. I don't know this Res Zero Season 2 until recently. Chaz equals deadly disease of neither of extreme religious groups or groups that want to say the Holy Land. Forgot to mention, ever since Evo's CEO got fired, the core values meme has resurfaced. Yes. I have 1 minute left until meme stream. Ooh, reveal your Indonesian face. When you try everything to bypass the YouTube chat shadow matting. Have you welcomed Brie Larson to YouTube yet? Okay, I don't care. I don't really care about, but Brie Larson got to YouTube. Like, okay, so what? Every Friday apparently. Dojan. DSP outlive Evo. Damn 2020, you're wild. Just learn about the Double Dragon and Kunio Kun Retro Brawler bundle. I bought it today. If you can summon any demon from SMT, which would it be and why? That's a very broad question. Rangda and Barong, I suppose. If is Rangda still in SMT? Any good Nami dojis for her birthday? Is this Nami's birthday? Appa doing a face reveal. Since when? Currently watching a live fashion appabend. Still waiting for SMT5. If God's not real, would it be necessary to invent him? Female Sims equals Wims for women Sims. I was time for the memes. Suck us idolizing mediocre penis. But Brie Larson has no ass. I heard that the Pillow Queen is a female version of simp. Can't wait for the memes. Are you bad? Depends on your definition of bad. Freaking audio's not playing. Hey, why is the audio not playing? There we go. Jesus, audio's not playing. The fuck was that? Anyway, meme stream. Damn, I think I got the corona. Just like Arthur. Anyway, meme stream. Meme stream. Timer's broken again. Timer got the corona. Time to stop the timer properly. And I'll quit you later in a bit. But it's time for stream, and it's time for man. I haven't been rendering any new intros. Haven't been a lot of good videos lately to put in onto the intro. But hey, at least the core values meme is still in it. So there's that. Anyway, 1P intro. The Indonesian Sims coming in to strike again. Oh man. Oh my god. I have been not buttoning my shirt all this time. You know, I'll keep it that way. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Fan arts. We got a couple of we got one fan art for this week, and this one is by Metal Cedar King. Apparently, this is a summer version loli of me. He or she has been making a lot of lolis versions of me, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I do want more of these though. So thank you so much for the fan arts. I do want more fan arts. If you guys want fan arts, get the fan arts into the Twitter sphere. You can go to my Twitter links down below, or the email if you don't really like to use Twitter or something along those lines. But yeah. Nice. Anyway, let's get to the what's the recent dumbass thing for today? What do we got here? Twitter English recently shared that we'll be making the language and our code, docs, and convicts more inclusive. I want to speak on how we got here and what we've done so far. Okay, what is this? Inclusive language plays a critical role in fostering an environment where everyone belongs. At Twitter, the language we've been using in our code does not reflect our values as a company or represent the people we serve. We want to change that. Hashtag words matter. Okay, what kind of words have we been changing Twitter? We're starting with a set of words we want to move away from using in favor of more inclusive languages such as whitelist, allowlist. Oh man, man, all of those protests have finally turned into this, ladies and gentlemen. All of you people who are not white, you are so overly sensitive that the moment you hear the word whitelist or blacklist, it triggers you so much to the point where you complain to Twitter, complain to programming language in general, and say that no, that's not inclusive. Freaking whitelist and blacklist, come on, yeah. I suppose the original Need for Speed, you know the original Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005, the blacklist, the blacklist has to be changed to something else, or is it the Black Edition? Was there a Black Edition? Oh, Black Edition. Oh, there's this video game named Black, and it's about shooting people. Oh no! Why we should change that? Oh, anyway, master slave to leader follower. What? Primary to replica, primary to standby. What? How is that even the two in each other? I don't get it. I don't. This is like literally not related to each other. I mean, I do video editing as well, and there are master tracks in there as well. Or parent child, I suppose. Is that what you want to do it? Master slave, parent child. Why don't do parent child? Vegas do this. They do parent tracks, not master track. Parent tracks, child tracks. Do that instead. Even freaking. Wow, I can't believe I'm saying this. Freaking Rule 34. Freaking Rule 34. The website rule34.xx. Even that one doesn't use master slave. It uses parent child. Fucking, I need to give a huge claps to freaking Rule 34 website for being progressive as fuck. I mean, they use parent child instead of master slave. That's fucking progressive. You see, if you browse into Danbaru, actually, just Danbaru as well. Danbaru as well does this too. If you browse to Danbaru and there's a post that has like there's gonna be a clarification, something along the lines of this post is like a parent post to a certain child post or something along those lines. Yeah, if you should be familiar with that if you're browsing Danbaru or any other of those Rule 34 websites. Rule 34 got fucking base. Oh man, where was I? Grandfathered equals legacy status. Actually, grandfathered is a stupid term as well. So yeah, legacy status is much better. Gender pronouns, AG guys to folks, people, you all, y'all. Come on! Come on, y'all. Why do you have to remove the guys? It's already gender neutral. Gender pronouns, AG, he, him, his, to they, them, their. No. How about no? Man hour. Man hours. Man hour, you can replace that to, I don't know, work time. Work time, I guess. But why are you saying, who says man hour at this point? Man hours. Early sanity check. Why sanity check? What's with sanity check? Quick check, confidence check, coherence check. What's wrong with sanity check? Dummy value, placeholder value, separate. Wait, what's wrong with dummy value? Wait. I'm not missing anything. Am I missing anything? What's wrong with dummy value as well? Am I missing any transphobic language here? Fucking vibe check. Anyway, there's no switch we can flip to make these changes everywhere at once. I mean that's kind of obvious. We will continue to iterate on the work, and we put in place processes and systems that will allow us to apply these changes at scale. We're focusing on these areas. This got here. What did I miss beside the Smash Bros. Fucky Wucky? You haven't missed anything. You haven't even missed the Smash Bros. We just got here into it. We just got here anyway. So, migrating source code and changing configuration by going through our existing code. You know, I mean, migrating source code and changing configuration by going through our existing code. IDing violating terms with new warning tools and changing to new inclusive terminology. Automated tools and linters are being used to develop in order to minimize manual effort for developers. I mean, you're just replacing a couple of words here, right? I mean, it's called refactor. I mean, even that is on freaking PyCharm. That's on like every basic IDE as of late. You can just refactor your code so that a specific function that says specific thing can be change into something else. If there's a function that says master or whatever, that can be refunctioned into something else, into something that's not a master. You don't have to do this manual effort thingy, or at least, or that's just white hat hacker lead speak me. Although I'm not exactly a hacker. That's just amateur programmer me speaking. But you do know that there is a manual, the refactor a thing that you can do, I guess. But updating documentation across internal resources. Okay, that doesn't have a refactor. Now that one doesn't have a refactor. That one you really have to update the entire thing. I can at least see why that is more frustrating. Google Docs, runbooks, FAQs, READMEs, technical design docs, and more. We are also implementing a browser extension that will help our teams identify words in documents and web pages and suggest alternative inclusive words. Or don't use this, or just keep the words as it is. None of these words are like, I mean, other than grandfathered. I mean, who the hell uses grandfathered anyway? Legacy status is much more snappy. I like that. I like that legacy status. I mean, why would even change that? Whatever. This isn't just about English terms or code. Words matter in our meetings, our conversations, and the documents we write. Yeah, it matters to protect the feelings of people, which I don't know about you, but it isn't exactly the top priority in terms of programming freaking code or coding an entire freaking website or coding anything in general. Gun owners use grandfather. Words matter in our meetings, our conversations, and the documents. Wait, are you saying that the person who uses this Twitter is a gun owner? That's not very progressive. We know there's still a lot of work to do, but we're committed to doing our part. Hashtag until we all belong. I mean, yeah, the tweets got ratioed because, I mean, if you can't tell why, just by reading this thread. Yeah. So that was the recently stupid thing that I found today. But we're getting, oh my god. So there's this account over here. I'm just gonna let you read this. So, yo, mgo316, you're not a real man. You blocked me and my cousin on Twitter. You see this mgo316? This is a kid's toy. They're meant to be played with. They are not collectible items. So grow up and be a real man. Stop buying Transformer kids toy and upgrade kit. Seriously? We're going there. We're going that route. If you collect toys, that means you're not a man. That means you're not an adult if you collect toys. You do know that collecting toys is like a multi-billion-dollar. I don't know, multi-billion-dollar, but it's a very expensive hobby. Let's just say that. A lot of collecting, especially the rare items, the rare toys, and everything like that. I think you're not very familiar with the hobby in general. So, watch mgo316 buy this Transformer kids toy. I don't know. I don't know what's supposed to be ashamed about this. Am I supposed to be ashamed about this? I bet you guys that 40-year-old man mgo368 is gonna buy this kid for his Transformers kids toy. I don't get it. Is this supposed to shame this person for? Is this supposed to shame this person for collecting toys because it's not an adult hobby? Why is this such a boomer thing to say? Why is this such a boomer thing to say? And two, why are you so obsessed with being an adult? I mean, you can be an adult and still collect toys in general. And this obsession of wanting to be an adult is kind of strange. So, yeah, moving on. First look at Crisis on Switch. Okay, cool. At least a normal post in recent era. Always felt this was a game that'd be great to experience while portable. Gives me something to keep busy while my girlfriend is in the other room with her date. How can you make a post as normal as first look at Crisis on Switch suddenly turn fucking weird? What? How can NTR be involved in this entire thing? Dates as in the fruit or dates as in dates? Dates as in we have an open relate. I'm surprised that this person is not banned from Reset Era yet, because Reset Era is one of those freaking it's one of those freaking it just bans everybody, especially concerned trolling, because this sounds like a troll, but until people until the moderators realize that I'm actually genuinely in an open relationship, until the guy's being genuine, it's like, holy shit, you're not trolling, and the moderator's gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? Or the moderators didn't ban this guy because the moderators are actually doing this entire thing, and they consider that this entire thing is normal and should be accepted by everybody. Therefore, this guy didn't get banned. I don't know why this guy didn't get banned for trolling, but or either. I have a feeling that the moderators didn't recognize this as trolling, but yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The moderators didn't recognize this as trolling because either they think that it's normal, or they are one of them. So, oh. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's just racist. The ABC asks listeners if the game is prejudiced because white goes first. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. So, actually, wow, thank you for reminding me. Now that you mentioned chess, I do subscribe to a new channel. I do subscribe to this new chess channel. I got made, right? That's the name. Chess is one of those games that I like to watch instead of play. I mean, I used to play chess back when I was like in elementary school, but I got knocked out in like the first round because I blundered so heavily that my queen got taken off. And also, chess, by this metric, chess is the most progressive game ever because the queen can move like so far while the king can only move like one square. Chess is the game for Sims. The king can only move one square. The queen can like move so many squares. So many squares like in almost every direction except for the knight's direction, I guess. It's just a game for the Sims. Is the king a simp? Is the king in the chess a simp? But anyway, it's just racist. Yeah. Speaking of this, this news apparently been talked about in the chess community, and one of the channels, this Agad made a channel. He got banned. His video got removed by YouTube temporarily because he with a grandmaster, Hikaru Nakamura, talks about how this particular topic in the stream, and that stream got demonetized. That stream got removed for a bit. That podcast got removed for a bit, which is fucking weird. They just talk about this particular topic, and now I'm here thinking about how chess is like the most fucking. Chess is like the board game for simp because the queen moves a lot of spaces and the king only moves one. Oh man. It's sexist because the queen dies and the game still goes on. Imagine being a white knight. I mean, seriously though. Seriously, if you put the thing about chess being racist is that if you put anything in the context of white, it's like a white knight. Okay, a white knight sounds fucking stupid. A white knight is dumb as hell. But a black knight, it doesn't sound as stupid as fuck. It sounds more fucking powerful. A black knight is more powerful than a white knight. A white knight sounds beta as fuck. Black knight sounds powerful as fuck. A white king? Sorry, not a white king. That's what is the answer? A black king sounds more powerful than a white king. I mean Black Knight sounds more badass too. Instead of White Knight sounds just fucking wimpy as fuck. So I suppose you can say that chess is racist in that specific. I don't know why I'm rambling at this point. Because, oh man, the amount of stretches that I can make to make this entire argument possible is more hilarious than the actual argument itself. But unfortunately, people are not joking about this shit when they fucking... This is stupid. Come on, y'all. Moving on. Oh, what is this? Edgy jokes are not funny. You're just problematic. Oh, man. Oh, man. Rape jokes, sexist jokes, homophobic jokes, racist jokes, blah, 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 are not okay. Don't hit me with your, it's dark humor, you're just sensitive. If you get sexually abused, let's see if you'll still find rape jokes funny. Well, that depends on the person, actually. Really depends on the person. Some people who got sexually abused find rape jokes funny. That just happens. Unfortunately, that happens. You can't apply that to generally every person who got sexually abused, and some of them might find them funny, some of them might not. But just because some of them don't find them funny doesn't mean that everyone should not listen to it. Doesn't mean that everybody should not listen to it. That will offend people who was sexually abused and actually find the jokes funny. It happens. I'm sorry. It's something that happens. These people do exist, unless if you want to deny their existence, which that's not exactly a positive thing to do. If someone close to you is LGBT and got discriminated, let me hear you laugh at homophobic jokes. Yeah, there are also LGBT people who like homophobic jokes. I'm sorry to say this, but they exist. They do exist. LGBT people who like the homophobic jokes. Just because there are some who don't like them doesn't mean that they all are not okay. That's not very progressive of you. You're basically denying the existence of a lot of LGBT people. You laugh at these jokes. I literally cannot read that. You're not edgy. Your humor is just cheap. Period. I guess I'm a bad person, I guess. Note to self, stop saying cancel. Oh. Note to self, stop saying cancel culture. Quickly becoming like SJW in that if you say it with a straight face, I am no longer listening to anything else you have to say. Well, you know, now that you mention it, I do want to bring up one thing. We'll bring up one very funny tweet. Now that you mention it. Oh, man. Now that you mention it, I do want to bring up this one very hilarious instance that makes me laugh. So, yeah, you can say if you don't like the term if you don't like the term cancel culture and you're going to dismiss it in the same way you dismiss people who say SJWs. Well, there's this guy over here. I don't believe cancel culture is legal. If you did something awful recently, people can justifiably not trust you or dislike you. Well, I'm just saying, fam. I'm just saying, this tweet doesn't age very well. I've been made aware of a video that surfaced of me in 2014 saying both racial and a homophobic slur. I am so sorry for ever thinking it was okay as a straight white man to say those things. It is gross and disgusting, and I wish I never thought it was acceptable. Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody... oh, man. Freaking... Everybody who engage or participate in any sort of these cancel culture nonsense. I mean, I don't know why these people would judge people because of the harsh things that they say. I mean, if a lot of people's freaking history, of internet's history back in the last decade or the previous 2 decades, back in the 2000s or the 2010s, are pretty bad. It's unfortunate to say this, but it's true. Everybody's internet history at the earlier stages is pretty bad. They're pretty edgy. Even my internet history is pretty freaking edgy. Although it's just cringy as fuck. It's like 80%, 90% cringe and only like 10% edgy. I'm not that much of an edgy boy back then. But yeah, if you're going to judge people based on these standards, you have to be prepared to be judged by these standards yourself. And people are going to, if you're going to cancel somebody for this, just be prepared that people are going to cancel you for this as well. And unfortunate to say this, but it's gonna happen. You reap what you sow. Sorry. Sorry, but that's just how it is. So anyway. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, can we talk about this? So, I've been noticing in my social media on Twitter lately that people have been promoting this particular social media app that is actually pro free speech, etc. It's pro free speech and everybody is allowed to say whatever they want, etc., etc. And it's cool and all. It's cool and all that you're allowed to say whatever you want, but the thing is, there have been some criticism to this particular new social media in the same manner that Gab got criticism. It's called Parler. Parler, the Twitter alternative that bills itself as a bastion of the First Amendment, explicitly tells users not to post rumors and advises against posting content that is sexual in nature because porn is bad. Now, I know that this is from the from the editor of The Verge, who, well, if you haven't seen my Verge video, let's just say he said some really hot takes, but still, this is pretty much Gab 2.0. And the reason why people saying it's Gab 2.0 is, or at least the criticism that comes into the particular social media website, is because of these. Advice: do not purposefully share rumors about other users or people you know are false. I mean, yeah, I suppose that's not exactly a bad advice. Avoid targeting red or no ban users with disparaging information. They are more protected under the law than prominent individuals. Wait, hold on a second. So, you're going to give some users more protection than others? That's, But why though? Shouldn't all users get the same sorts of protection? Okay, whatever. Moving on. Pornography is considered indecent according to clauses defined by the FCC. Example: printed text description or visual material containing the explicit description or display of sexual organs or activity. Porn must meet all the following condition. It does not require nudity. Porn must meet the condition that it does not require nudity. Porn must meet all the following conditions. 1, it does not require nudity. Yeah, what's next? YouTube videos must meet all the following conditions. It does not have video or audio. Podcasts need to meet all the following condition. It does not have audio. A smartphone needs to have the following condition. It does not have a charging. Oh wait. Can be an image, painting, art, or description. It must be morbid or degrading in nature or prurient. Okay. Do not use language, visuals that describe or show sexual organs or activity. Do not use language or visuals that are morbid or degrading. Avoid language or visuals that are sexual in nature. Red Mamamia donated $2.50. Kind of weird these free speech platforms started to alt-right neoconservative havens. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I mean, I'm not really exactly one of those guys. I mean, I do like myself some free speech, but I do like myself the free speech, but I'm not like this bastion of free speech. I'm a fighter of all free speech, or ladies and gentlemen, or something along those lines. I don't claim to be, or at least I don't think I am, or at least I don't claim to be. Last time I checked. But yeah, I mean, the funny thing about the website, if you're going to make a social media platform that is pro-free speech, that is better than Twitter, you need to make sure that you do the things that Twitter do and the things that Twitter don't. If you don't do the things that Twitter do, but you do the things that Twitter don't, that's only doing the reverse. You're only doing the mirror image of Twitter. You're not exactly being better than Twitter. A better social media would be you do the things that Twitter do, but a lot more. So, I mean, Twitter allows porn. Twitter allows freaking porn. There are sometimes it allows child porn because the freaking moderators on Twitter are fucking asleep. But yeah, porn in general is allowed on Twitter. If you're not allowing porn in this social media website that you claim to be better than Twitter, or at least better than any other of those social media censorious social media website, then it's not exactly better, isn't it? I don't know. I'm just saying, do the things that Twitter don't do, and also do the things that Twitter do, or at least the things that are good about Twitter. Don't not do the things that Twitter do. Weird. I can't exactly phrase it. Also this, you agreed to defend and indemnify Parler, as well as any of its officers, directors, employees, and agents from and against any and all claims, actions, damages, obligations, losses, liabilities, costs, or debts and expenses, including but not limited to all attorney fees. attorney fees arising from or related to your access to and use of the services. Excuse me, are you saying that users are responsible for the attorney fees in case you got sued or made claims against you or you're being damaged? Are you saying that the users are responsible for your attorney fee? Excuse me. Am I reading this right? I'm not exactly an expert in contract reading, but is that what I'm saying? A partner will have the right to conduct its own defense at your expense in any action or proceeding covered by this indemnity. That can't be real. Come on now. There's gotta be fucking fake. Protection of social security numbers. We will use safeguards necessary and appropriate to protect the confidentiality of and preclude unauthorized access to and disclosure of social security numbers. Access to social security numbers will be limited to those employees authorized to access that information. Whoa, hold on. We'll use safeguards necessary and appropriate to protect the confidentiality and preclude unauthorized access to and disclosure of social security numbers. Access to social security numbers will be limited to those employees authorized to access that information. I'm sorry, but I think employees are not should never have authorization to access those information in the first place. It should be encrypted at the very least. No? What? Any documents or other records containing social security numbers will be destroyed in a secure manner. But why do you need, okay, first off, why do you need social security numbers? And second, why do the employees need, why? Oh my God. Moving on to the people who complaining on Twitter about being banned on Parler. To the people complaining on Twitter about being banned on Parler, please pay heed. Okay. So apparently there are some people who got banned on Parler. What happened? Here are the very basic rules we need to follow on Parler. If these are not to your liking, we apologize, but we will enforce. When you disagree with someone, posting pictures of your fecal matter in the comment section will not be tolerated. I mean, come on. People literally post shit all the time on fucking Twitter. It fucking happens on Twitter and it's disgusting as fuck. But if you don't allow that in your social media platform, but Twitter allows that, then you're not exactly better than Twitter, isn't it? Your username cannot be obscene like cum dumpster. Again, same point. Twitter allows usernames like that. If you're not allowing username that Twitter allows, you're not exactly better than Twitter, isn't it? No pornography. Again, same point. Doesn't matter who, what, where, when, or in what realm. So even if it's real or fictional, doesn't fucking matter as long as it's porn. As long as it's porn, it's not allowed to this website. We will not allow you to spam other people trying to speak with unrelated comments like fuck you in every comment. It's stupid, it's pointless, grow up. Again, you can do this on Twitter. It's not very nice. Twitter might shadow ban you, but you can do this on Twitter. Again, how are you any better than Twitter when you're putting restrictions like this? You cannot threaten to kill anyone in the comment section. Again, you can also do this on Twitter. Oh my God. You are making your social media much worse than Twitter. I mean, come on. Isn't the point to be better than Twitter? This doesn't exactly better than Twitter when you don't include the features that the things that Twitter can do. I don't even, no. There's, at this point, we might as well say that there's absolutely no free speech sites. There's none. It's a fake news. It's a figment of everybody's imagination. A lot of websites, a lot of free speech websites have to adhere to the rules somewhat. Even 4chan or 8chan has to adhere to the rules somewhat. And they post a lot of fucked up shit. So, yeah, I don't even know at this point. Freaking Danboru is more free speech than this. So, my God. There's also this. Someone is against. Oh my. Oh my God. These people are back. Thanks to Parler coming into the topic again. Thanks to the whole porn discussion coming to the topic again. The freaking anti-porn boomers are coming in. Why are you even on Twitter at this point? I can't believe that these anti-porn boomers exist at all. And they're just, what the hell happened? They're just like sneaking in the background. They just exist somehow. How are they even in social media at all? I'm just kind of baffled. It's social media where everybody posts porn left and right. It's just weird. So something against something, get them boys, insert Futurama meme here. So let's just have kids watching porn. Make porn and let them and adults get away with making money from it. Porn is degenerate and so are you. Okay, what is this? Porn is free speech, send tweet. But it is though. It is free speech though. It is free speech. Let's just have kids watching porn. Okay, porn is free speech. That doesn't mean that kids shouldn't watch it. Not everything that is considered free speech means that it's kid friendly. Free speech does not equal family friendly, my friend. How is free speech does not mean it's family friendly. Come on, yeah. Make porn and let them and adults get away with making money from it. Free speech also does not equal child porn. Child porn is not free speech. Oh my god. Porn is degenerate and so are you. So far, you have only been referring to child porn, which is degenerate, and kids watching porn, which also is degenerate. You're not referring to like literally 99.9% of any other porn than the illegal ones. Jesus. Imagine being this much of a fucking coomer. Another so-called free speech platform that bans porn. Straight to the trash it goes. Exactly. I can't read. That tweet got cut off. Porn is free speech. Porn is free expression. You either have free speech platform or you don't. Anything else is false advertisement. True. That is true. That is indeed. I'm gonna give a huge cold clap to it. This is absolutely base. Base take. I don't see what's wrong with that. That is true. That is correct. That is base. That is true. Yes. Base. Imagine being this much of a fucking coomer. Okay, one, this person over here is merely defending the idea that porn is free speech. And two, even if this person is a coomer, so how is that relevant? No porn, no pornography on my free speech website. This is censorship. It is, though. It is. You claim to be a free speech website and then you censor porn. I mean, why can't you could just like divide. You could just like divide the category. You have an 18 plus account. You have a not 18 plus account. Yeah, I know there are going to be some accounts who abuse it, but ban them. You have moderators. You have a website to manage. That's your job. 6716, $21. Imagine having a gangster bootleg SpongeBob for a night count. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. You can't say you're free speech then ban porn. I want to masturbate. Yes. Also, Parler is cringe. They sim for free market. The only good free market is the one with coops, you fucks. But yeah, Parler is cringe. At least we agree on that one, even though you meant that sarcastically. Porn isn't free speech. It's mind poison, destroys the spirit. I wish it was more widely banned. Define mind poison. Define how porn, explain how porn can destroy the spirit. Moving on. Okay, what is this? Sexual racism is racism. If you're white and you find yourself writing off an entire ethnic group for your dating or sexual life because you can't imagine finding them attractive, recognize this as a learned behavior which originates in white supremacy. Slow down. If you're white and you find yourself writing off an entire ethnic group from your dating or sex life because you can't imagine finding them attractive, sorry to say this to you, my friend, but people have preferences. You know that people of color also have preferences too? And that not all people of color want to fuck other people of color? Sometimes they just also want to fuck other white people? I don't know. It's just a preference for them. I mean, I'm pretty much open regardless, but it differs from person to person. Some people prefer Asian, some people prefer black, some people prefer African Americans, blacks, or any other race. Some people prefer Latinos. And it's not just white people that do this. It's not an exclusively white people thing. Okay, let's read it. What is this? Let's talk about sexual racism, a guide for white people. Considering that people of color also, what about the people of color that have sexual preferences? What about them? What about them? Are you saying that they're excluded? Sexual racism, an individual inclination towards having sex with or dating someone based on that person's perceived racial identity. What do you mean based on that person's perceived racial identity? again, it's not an exclusively white people thing. People of color also does this too. It's commonly used to describe the tendency for white people to exclude certain ethnic group from their sexual and romantic life based on their preferences. Again, also non-white people do this. As we're about to find out, yes, in a multicultural society, this does count as a form of racism. Wait, so you're saying that non-white people are racist too now? How dare you, white people, and also the non-white people out there who have sexual preferences, you are somehow contributing into white supremacy or whatever. Okay, it's just a preference. Jam or marmalade is a preference. Deciding that you're not into an ethnic group, entire ethnic group, is not. It is though. It is. It absolutely freaking is. It absolutely freaking is. Unlike preferences around gender. Oh yeah, by that logic, if you are straight, you're a sexist. If you're straight, you're sexist. If you're a straight woman, you're sexist because you don't love you don't choose to be sexually attracted to women. I mean, by this logic as well, if you are straight, you are either sexist or you're homophobic. As mostly homophobic. If you're straight, you're homophobic because you don't have the preferences. If you also transphobic. If you are straight and you don't like trans people, or you don't have a preference to trans people, you're also transphobic. Racial preferences in dating are usually considered a result of societal conditioning rather than innate or biological. Okay? This means that your attraction or lack thereof to a particular race is not an innate preference, but a learned preference cultivated over a lifetime due to the way you were socialized, and you can unlearn it. Can you unlearn your preference? Can you... Is that even a thing? I'm sorry to say this. I don't think you can just unlearn a preference. I don't think you can just switch a preference in like... just like that. It's not a thing. The way I was socialized, yep, you likely grew up in a world where white people were celebrated as the default and only type of attractive. The same thing can go to other people of color. White supremacists extends out of the media. Don't give it an idea. Well, they already did. They already call people who have preferences to others as sexist, homophobic. It already happened. I mean, it's not surprising. But anyway. And only type of attractive. White supremacy extends out to the media, fashion, and popular culture. You literally can't escape it. Yeah, if you're in the America, if you're in literally any other world, I mean, if you're watching local news, you imagine how many times the idea that white equals attractive was implicitly reinforced to you growing up. Who says that? Who gives this impression that white equals I mean, I mostly consume Western media, or at least back then I mostly consumed Western media. A lot of the exported shows here are Western media. So that means that apparently because most of the things that are being exported here, apparently most of the media that I watch are white, therefore that I think that all of the white people, the only way for you to be attractive is for you to be white. I mean, 6760 donate to $1. Guess I'm a self-hate racist because I do have a racial preference towards Asians. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Yeah, how dare you? You freaking racist. Absolutely racist. The models you saw in advertisements, the leading actors in Hollywood films, this gets compounded if you grew up in a predominantly white area. Moving on. Types of sexual racism. Sexual racism, like any form of racism, is destructive and complex. Also stupid, but whatever. Besides discounting certain ethnic groups from your dating pool, it also comes in other forms. Sexual stereotyping, making sexual assumption about someone based on stereotypes associated with their ethnic background, e.g. Asian women being submissive, black men being dominant. That's on you. That's on you. I don't think that all Asian women are submissive. I mean, I've watched a lot of anime. I mean, I watch a lot of Japanese hentai. Not just Japanese hentai, Japanese adult videos. And even those Japanese adult videos, a lot of the women are fucking dominant as fuck. Projection much? Fetishization. Reducing someone down to racialized aspects of their appearance. Fucking my dog got mad on the outside. Reducing someone down to racialized aspects of their appearance that you find attractive in order to fulfill a sexual fantasy. Oh no, sexual fantasy bad. What do I do? Reflect on your behavior. Seek out books, podcasts, and other media on racism. In other words, here are a couple of my friends and these books that I made and these podcasts that my friends like to do. Can you please go to them? Hashtag shill. Hashtag self-plug. Seriously, that's your suggestion? And consider how else white supremacy may have seeped in and create unchecked biases in your life. Even places where you don't expect it, like your dating life. Implying that most people in the chat have a dating life. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. I'm just kidding, no one. Goddamn. Oh man. That was the most that was an unnecessarily brutal roasting of the chat. I am so sorry. But seriously though, this is dumb. Call it out. If you hear white friends expressing that they're just not into black guys or similar, shut it down. Same with people expressing racial preferences on dating apps. Hold yourself and other white people to account on their behavior so that black and brown people don't have to. Wait a second. Oh no. I think I am seeing I think I am seeing the real motivation at hand here. So this guy made this entire post because there are people on the dating sites that doesn't prefer him. And that's just not cool. I have a feeling that that's why you're making this entire thing. It's because you're not accepting the dating sites and people have preferences. And you're hiding this behind the... you're hiding this behind the... behind the social justice narrative, I suppose. So I'm gonna have to give the love is lost on this one. This is the agenda shield. This is the social agenda shield. You're masking the fact that you're complaining that people don't prefer you or prefer any other people, or people have preferences in general, and you mask that on social justice agenda. Let's be real here. I mean, actually, to be fair, a lot of the social justice agendas that happen, I mean, just a lot of the social justice agendas that are being pushed around in the video game industry or whatever industry, at the end of the day, it's just a cover-up. It's just a mask to hide anything else. It's either their insecurity, or I mean, let's say the women sexist in video games, etc., etc. It's projection. It's not. They're not doing it because they genuinely want to progress the society. They're doing it because they have a particular agenda and they want to cover it up by social justice shit, so that it sounds good, so that it sounds better to the mainstream eyes, to the average people, I guess, or to the people who are basically uninformed. It happens, and this is a rather hilarious example of this, or at least that's just my speculation. That's just my tinfoil hat going in. And it's just funny to speculate because, man, let's moving on. Before you ask, no, it's not comparable to any other sexual preferences which are either innate gender, or don't uphold the system of structural oppression, or... No, it's not comparable to other sexual preferences which are either innate or gender or don't uphold a system of structural oppression. Height. A system of structural oppression. Height. System of structural oppression. Height. I. $947 replies on that one. Oh, the ratio. No, it's not racism if people of color exclude white people. So in other words, it's okay when we do it. You straight up admitted that. You straight up admitted that. It's okay when we do it. It's okay when we do it. It's okay if we have preferences, but it's not okay if you, white people, don't have preferences. Wow. Isn't that just amazing? Isn't that just freaking amazing? Isn't that just amazing? I'm sorry to say this, but isn't that just amazing? It's not racism if people of color exclude white people from their sex lives. If we're still going into that data, if we're still getting into that, you're desperate for Tinder hits. For that Tinder hits theory, you're saying this and yeah. This is one hell of a way to cuck yourself out. I'm moving on. It's just dumb. And before you get mad in the comments, not my first time at the rodeo. I even have a YouTube video which explains this in more detail. If you want to comment on this YouTube video, make a video on it, go right ahead. It's on you. I'm not that interested, but I think this roast thing is already enough. But goddamn, if you're gonna make an entire video on this, sir, jeez, I know you're serious as hell. Also, what is that flag, man? Why is there a brown and a black flag? Oh God. Speaking of the LGBT. Funny. It's kind of funny about the really toxic K-pop fandom, and we talk about this so much. And the toxic K-pop fandom who are actually the K-pop fans, the K-pop stans. A lot of the K-pop stans are the ones who are frequently canceling other people from one another. They are the ones who do this, and they're definitely mostly kids. Definitely mostly are kids or freaking teenagers. And the weirdest thing that I've seen, actually not the weirdest, but there are a lot of weird things that I've seen in regards to K-pop fans in general. There's that, I forgot which stream of it where I read somebody else, where I read the fan fiction, a very, very, very spicy lemon fan fiction between K-pop artists. I forgot who, but I remember reading that on stream and people were like, "Stop, Amma! Stop, seize this!" Or something along those lines. But yeah. And now I'm here seeing them. If they're gonna be making those kind of lemon fan fictions, of course they're gonna be doing this. They're going to just straight up apply pronouns, any pronouns. They're just gonna straight up apply pronouns to these people in real life. And this is their headcanon, and they think that this is like their is that an emoji of a girl like covering her ears? Or am I saying that right? Oh no, that's a girl being massaged in the top or something along those lines. It kind of looks like the emoji of a girl being covering her ears. Although it might as well be because this is somebody's headcanon being shoved into, I wouldn't say being shoved, but being posted on the internet because they have their own fetish to do so. And it's kind of strange that they're fetishizing a lot of these real people in real life and putting all of these pronouns in them. Freaking, it's K-pop fans. They're the ones who are going to be canceling people. These are the people who will cancel you. I'm just saying, these are the kinds of people who are canceling you and canceling many other people around for bad language and everything, etc., etc. These are the ones who are doing this. These are the people. These are the most frequent cancelers, the most frequent social media outrage. A lot of the social media outrage are frequently coming from these people. These are the ones that hold the power, I guess.
Anyway, what is this? We all had an anti-SJW face. No, actually, I just had like basic empathy. It's very funny how I said something a lot. I said that I don't exactly have it. I'm still anti-SJW, if you can call it that, but actually naming it anti-SJW is just cringe as fuck. I just don't like stupid people. Can we just say it that? No, actually, I just had like basic empathy. I don't know if you had an anti-SJW face, but you've changed it now. Good, I guess. But don't expect marginalized people to absolve and validate you, and certainly don't talk down to us about how we're required to forgive you, because hey, we've all been there. So in other words, if you're an anti-SJW and you moved on from your anti-SJW antics or whatever, they're still not going to forgive your ass. That's that good for you, isn't it? That's a... that does it good for you, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that amazing? That you switch sides or whatever, you turn woke or whatever. You have gone woke from being broke. From being broke, you've gone woke. From not being broke, I don't know. From being broke, you've gone woke, and then being broke again. I don't know how the saying goes, but yeah, if you got woke, then they're still not gonna forgive you. Absolutely no forgiveness. Anyway, I was going to clarify this thread, but this tweet basically sums up my feelings. Is it normal to have an anti-SJW face? Why are you discouraging people growing and learning? I'm not discouraging people growing and learning. I'm discouraging the idea that marginalized kids can be used as a moral punching bag for the bigoted peers until etc. 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 So, okay. But you are though. But you are. You said that we're required to forgive you. We don't. How these people? You are not required to forgive it, which you're not. You don't have to forgive these people, but the fact that you're telling them, hey, I don't have to forgive you, kind of makes your side to be, oh, I don't know, not accepting and intolerant and not as inclusive as you guys make it out to be. I'm just saying. Bi people of color aren't your moral punching bags. So like, if you had extenuating circumstances that lead you down to that road, I'm very sorry to hear that. But we need to stop normalizing the idea that bi people of color owe white people forgiveness and absolute for their past racism. Implying that anti-SJW is racism. I mean, I don't like moral guardians. I don't like SJWs. That does not automatically mean that I am racist or you get the argument. But these people are unable to distinct between the two. Also, let's not pretend that the anti-SJW forums were just a harmless social space and not actively violent. Define actively violent. I don't know about you, but it's mostly the SJW side that has been violent as of late. It's mostly the SJW side that has been going on the recent scandals as of late. A lot of the scandals involve SJWs. I don't know about you. Last caveat, I'm talking specifically about anti-SJW forums references in a particular and whack-ass thread and not like being subconsciously colorist when you were 5. The fuck is subconsciously colorist? What the fuck is subconsciously colorist? What are you... No redemption, I guess. No redemption. No forgiveness. So, okay, what is this? Send in the clouds. Terry Clues tweets, we must ensure the hashtag Black Lives Matter doesn't morph into hashtag Black Lives Better. Base Terry Crews? Base Terry Crews? I'm sorry, tell me what's wrong with what he said, because I don't see anything wrong with what he said. All he seemed to have said is that everyone should be equal, which we should. What's wrong with that? Concern trolling in a thread concerning Black Lives Matter account in junior phase. Well, of course it's gonna be banned in recent era. This is habitual from Terry. Hey! 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 Yo! 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 Yo!
I heard it.
Yo! Yo! Yo!
I heard it as clear as day.
Yo!
The N-word.
Yo! Yo! Jesus, dude, bro! But this, how are you not banned, bro? What the fuck, dude? Okuyasu, what the fuck? Terry Crews just keep one-upping him with the... Oh, hello! Every time this dumbass... Oh, my God. Jesus!
Okuyasu! I heard it as clear as
Okuyasu!
said the N-word!
The sick fuck said the C-word!
They're racist!
Racist! What the fuck? We got two, we got two Okuyasu! What the fuck is this? How is this guy not banned? What the fuck? Jesus, reset era. Oh my god. It's not surprising, but god damn. The amount of racism that comes on this freaking website can just boggles the mind sometimes, but damn. Okay, what is this? PR calling to talk about game review after it's published isn't exclusive to The Last of Us 2, but it's definitely unusual and uncommon. Oh, wow. Hey, we're going to talk about The Last of Us 2 again. Well, isn't that tiresome? But anyway, I think we already talked about this, about how the game journalists who reviewed The Last of Us Part 2 are apparently trying to shill for Sony. It's not surprising. I mean, it's pretty much plain clear as day and that the game journalists are shilling to Sony. But now we have a Polygon article kind of confirming it. The vibe around the game hasn't gotten much better since then. On June 12th, Vice published its review of The Last of Us Part 2, which conceded that while the game had memorable moments that made it for great spectacle, reviewers Rob Zacny was less taken with the story and characters. Nobody ever considers their quest for vengeance. Everyone acts under a kind of vindictive compulsion that goes little remarked and unexamined. Zach went on to describe the game's message as complacent, full of oppressive bleakness and violence. Huh. That's actually not a bad, that's actually a good take. That's actually correct though. While the vast majority of reviews have lavished The Last of Us Part 2 with all sorts of praise, a handful of outlets, Polygon included, have been slightly more critical of the blockbuster game. According to Zagny, Vice Review prompted a Sony representative to reach out on behalf of Naughty Dog. Of course they did. They felt some of the conclusions I reached in my review were unfair and dismissed some meaningful changes or improvements. Zagny told Polygon over Twitter messages. Oh, really makes you think, isn't it? Zagny clarifies that the exchange wasn't confrontational, but that it was nonetheless unusual. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know why I don't trust review copies or anybody receiving games earlier than it was released before? Because this sort of thing happen. This sort of thing will happen. If reviewers are not going to, if game publishers are going to give you an early copy of a game for you to review, they expect a good review out of it. Otherwise, you're going to be blacklisted. Sorry, not blacklisted. Deny list. Or you're gonna be on the deny listed by the game publishers out there. And by the time you got the deny listed, you're not gonna get early copies anymore. So at that point, why even bother? Why even? You're gonna have to be playing the game the same as everybody else at that point. So, as the site doesn't typically have big publishers asking in official capacity why a review reads in the way it does. Such a thing can happen, of course, though often with smaller developers or from publishers who can have spotted a factual error in a piece that they want to correct. Or Sony and Naughty Dog are filled with a bunch of people who are insecure as hell that they are unable to accept the fact or handle the fact that people just don't like their game. I'm sorry. I was happy to unpack a bit of my reasoning, however, and received a perfectly cordial message in response. Zagny said, Naughty Dog's PR team declined to comment on Polygon's inquiry about this exchange with Vice. I don't know, that kind of confirms everything, I guess, doesn't it? Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, I do want to talk about The Last of Us 2 fanboys because some of them are just... While the game being such a masterpiece, it's well deserved. Don't worry about the angry man babies. Never stop taking risks to pander to these casuals. Okay, The Last of Us 2 story doesn't suck. You're just mentally and physically too weak to handle its upsetting story beats. Sure, buddy. Sure. It's clearly because we are too weak. We are too weak to handle the absolute masterclass of a storytelling that was The Last of Us Part 2. It's clear that all of us who criticize the game have a very weak mind that are unable to grasp the concept of its genius. Jesus, man. Too deep for us. It's way too deep, guys. It's way too deep. It's way too deep and you just simply can't understand it. It's basically, it's the Rick and Morty fans. To be fair, you need to have an IQ of etc, etc, etc. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. Okay, who are the ones reading this? Incel, review bombers, clout chasers, LGBT clout chasers, anti-LGBT... Why are you putting LGBT cloud chasers and anti-LGBT cloud chasers in like the same space? Shouldn't they not be on the same space? Why would LGBT cloud chasers not like the game? If the LGBT cloud chasers don't like the game, are you saying that LGBT people who don't like the game are cloud chasers? Isn't that kind of, I don't know, homophobic? I don't know about you, but calling LGBT people who don't like the game or criticize the game in some form of way cloud chaser is kind of homophobic by your standards. I don't think it is, but by your standards, if the standards you're gonna give in that the people who don't like the game are homophobic as fuck, well, if you're going to stretch the definition of homophobia, then I'm gonna stretch it for your I'm gonna stretch it as well. Sorry if you don't like it, but that's just how it is. I'm just doing the game the way you want to play the game, fam. Hey, anime. Seriously. Hey, anime incels. Look, I have a copy of The Last of Us Part 2. Should we make this a meme too? Hey, anime incels. Hey, anime incels. Hey, anime incel. Hey, anime incel. Hey, anime incel. Hey, anime. Saying that this is for anime incel, but yeah. Hey, anime incel. Hey, anime incel. I don't see why. Is that a new meme? I don't get the meme. I don't understand why you have to flex on the fact that you own a copy of The Last of Us Part 2. How is that relevant to this conversation? Why am I holding crap? Did you just legit give your money to EA? No, that's a used copy that my friend gave to me. So I just borrowed it from my friend, but I haven't returned it because he thought the game was shit. I was like, really, the game is shit? I just playing it occasionally, but still. What, dumb flex, but okay. Looks like Pinhead Larry. Hey, The Last of Us 2 really is the fucking Rick and Morty or The Last Jedi of gaming. Imagine being told your IQ isn't high enough to understand the deep writing of The Last of Us 2 unironically. Okay, what is this? Gamers in general shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion on The Last of Us Part 2, to be honest. The game is an IQ filter and a shit ton of people got filtered out. Wow. Is it too deep for me, too deep for everybody. The Last of Us 2 is way too deep for everybody to comprehend. You need to be fair, you need to have a high level of IQ to understand the depth and the complexity that The Last of Us 2 gives. Wow. Not necessarily IQ, but certainly a barrier of empathy. How is that related to one another? You really think you're gonna imply people who don't like The Last of Us 2 don't have empathy? Yeah, exactly. Not being able to understand how a character could go on a revenge quest based on the death of their father does indeed display a profound lack of empathy. No, we do understand why Abby wanted to have a revenge against Joel. What we don't understand is how Abby gets away with it, but Ellie didn't get away with it. Abby gets her revenge, but she somehow is the one coming on the top. She's somehow the one who gets the good treatment. And Ellie didn't get the revenge, and somehow she's the one who is in pain. Who is in pain, and people left her, and she's pretty much alone in the entire game. She's pretty much alone at the end. Spoiler alert. That's like a common critique of the game. That doesn't exactly, you can't just boil down to everybody's criticism of the game is that they don't understand how Abby goes on the murderous rampage. They do, it's just that Abby gets away with it, even though Ellie doesn't. Both should have suffered equally. You truly have no idea why people don't like the game. Utterly delusional. Oh my fucking god, what is this? What is this? Hope you don't mind, but I did some minor edits with your recent art. Please don't sexualize minors next time. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, okay? Let me get this straight. So you have this character over here. This is Uraraka from My Hero Academia. She has big tits in this particular art. And then you said that this is a minor and that this is sexualization. So you posted the original art alongside your edited art with your own fat fetish. With your own fetish right there. So, to put it simply, you not only posted an art that features a sexualized minor, but you also edited the art so that it fits your own fetish. You edited the art of a minor so that it fits your fetishization, so that it fits your particular fetish. You just fetishize a minor. Made otaku into ochanko. This isn't exactly the own that you have. Hey, look, it happened. Does that mean I'm rolling with the kids now? Well, at least the artist took it. At least the original artist took it well. Absolutely base. This is exactly how you should deal with this shit. Hey, look, what happened? I am rolling with the big kids now. This is at least the original artist took it well. So, give a huge clap to the artist right there. Fucking wrecked right there. Also, nobody go after them. I don't need a drama. Do I need to? No, seriously. This is a dumb art, but don't go after the artist or whoever is on the Twitter thread right here. Don't go after them, okay? Instead of going after the dumb people, go after the good people. Go after the ones who make good takes and say, hey, you are absolutely based. I'm following you right now or something along those lines. There are a bunch of good people here on the stream. The ones who are based, the ones who get the clap. Go follow them instead. Spread positivity instead of spreading negativity. How about that? Okay? Anyway. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally gone into the portion of the stream where we're going to talk about the scandals. The scandals in the fighting game community, not just the fighting game community, but also a recent scandal involving a very particular member of the Skullgirls development team that has said some really nasty things, let's just say that. Anyway, thank you for making a video game where there is BDSM here. So this DM is coming from a cosplayer named Bunny Ayumi, I think. That was a cosplayer. So this particular cosplayer is accusing Mike Z, developer of Skullgirls, for well, let's read it. Let's read it and why. Tries to figure out how to respond to this. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, question mark seems appropriate. Yeah, there are a lot less one type of that thing that was originally because even fewer people would have originally taken it seriously. Otherwise, witness Phileas unused Tama post that which you can look up online. That's not committal enough. That's who this person is. Oh, I think it's the lady who was streaming the game recently that I mistook Bun. Visit the Twitter page. Well, you actually have a catch light I like. There's some serious production values. I have so many questions I want to ask if you're not going to ask. I'm happy that Skullgirls is fun for you. Well, this is a bit of an awkward response. This is a really nervous response. Why do you have to respond to the text wall? This is normal people. If you're gonna respond on Twitter, they usually just respond in chunks of text. They don't do this text wall stuff unless if it's like a guide or something like that, which I do. I do respond in text wall if it's like a very peculiar sort guide. But this is just awkward. This is just really awkward. But if you're gonna accuse somebody for just being awkward, that's being awkward at picking up girls. This one, I think is awesome. I understand I like Dara Live a lot, but it gets a lot of negative feedback for being too sexy. I love Philia though. I outplayed Skullgirls 3 times on stream. I really love the stomp at least the stories in it. It's why I thanked for Yuri BDSM. As way, I'm a fan of the game so far. It's really cool and fun for sure. Yes, we had to all the mummy raps for Eliza's getting thrown frames, so we wouldn't have gotten the right rating. Also, some foam in her back. Strangely, they said nothing about her other story mode art. Ask the questions. Well, okay. Are you putting on the high voice like lots of Japanese ladies do? Oh my god, dude! Oh god, dude! Oh god! This is
fucking cringe. Holy, oh god. That cringe actually hurts me. Holy shit.
What brought you to Skullgirls anyway? Well, at least that's a normal question. I guess you've embraced the first culture, but like, isn't it weird? This is an old DM. This is an old conversation, but he's just being weird. This is just cringe. I don't think this isn't like sexually assaulted. This is sexual assault or sexual coercion or whatever. This is just cringe, absolute cringe. But the guy got banished from the Skullgirl community anyway. So anyway, the Skullgirl dev. The Skullgirl community is like, nah, fam, this guy, no. He cringe. He DM ladies in a cringe way. Not acceptable. As definitely not anyone's fantasy, I don't know how I'd feel in your place. Did you start out with that as an aim? I'm genuinely curious. Okay, genuine curious is fine, but the fact that you're asking the fact that this person over here, this streamer, this lady streamer over here, has a high-pitched voice like lots of Japanese ladies do, I kind of... I'm used to thirst stuff from my job, huge fan of hentai artists and the culture, so it really doesn't bother me. Well, sorry for asking. Oh my god, dude! The text wall, dude! Oh my god! The text wall! What the No, if you want, yeah, I can see why people perceive you as creepy. You're posting this one huge text of a wall of a text of a wall, fucking text of a wall. Well, sorry for asking the dumb common questions. You asked a very stupid question, man. Very, very stupid question. I know some other ladies like that. I bet it's annoying to get asked to put your parents in the house. I suppose thirst definitely helps sub counts and probably validation. What the fuck are you on about? I'm going like Walter White, like Walter White, and that means like, Jesse, what the fuck are you on about? This guy is Jesse and I'm Walter White. It's like, Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about? If external validation is necessary, I'm embarrassed enough streaming at all. And I dislike people, so I feel like... It reminds me of that meme, that persona meme. It's like, please stop saying unnecessary things. You're not making any sense. And then this guy's like, I'm extravagant and unnecessary. I'm embarrassed enough streaming it at all. And I dislike people, so I feel unqualified speaking here. I'm sort of curious what your family thinks of it, but that's dangerously close to the coin. What does your boyfriend think? Probe of usage. What the? What? Dude, you're not supposed to post your train of thought on the DM. You're supposed to think. You're supposed to think of it, not post it. Oh my god, this is so cringy. Oh god. Oh lord. It's just the worlds I'm so unfamiliar with. Gravure, the printing process, oh, Google help. You're aware of like the prevalent problems with sexism in the fighting game community? Oh my god! Oh god, this is oh man, oh my god.
Why?
Jesus, you're aware of like the prevalent problems with sexism in the fighting game community. Just talk to her like a normal person. My god, what's so hard about it? Sorry about that in advance. Although the Skullgirls community in particular is better about it. Anyway, I don't mean to bother you. You're just kind of fascinating and unfamiliar. Okay, so far the crime that this person committed is being cringe in the DM. Okay, it's not something that deserves any sort of cancellation, but he's just being cringe in the DM. I suppose you get messages from humans with penises asking you that kind of stuff. What?
Nope.
Why?
Talk! Norman, speak English for fuck's sake! Speak English! I can't comprehend this cringe! This is... Speak English! Why is that so hard? So if you prefer, how about I acknowledge the brain inside the lady?
Why?
Why? Redmond Rock, you donated $5. Who in the hell talks like this? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Oh my god. This is so cringy. Again, He's just being cringy in the DM. He has hurt my fucking sanity, but that's about the extent of it. It takes a lot of skill and cutting a certain amount of both integrity and ruthlessness to succeed at pretty much anything. Quick dating tip, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Do not talk like this person if you want to slide into a DM of somebody. If you want to slide into somebody's DM, do not talk like this. That's one dating tip for sure. And the second dating tip I would say is talk to them like any other normal human being would. Speak English. Stop saying nonsense. Oh my god. You're not making any sense. It's that fucking persona meme. I need to find that shit. So calculating your successful person who owns herself. What's your end goal? Is streaming sustainable? Do you want to own a tech company or manufacture solar cells or grow cute flowers or what? Oh my god. Our creepy DM. Stop saying nonsense. And here's an official message from the schoolgirls guys, from the schoolgirl devs. Our goal is to create a gaming space that is welcoming to all participants regardless of their race, gender, sexual orientation, appearance, age, disabilities, or other protected statuses. Due to this, we believe Mike Zyman, also known as Mike Z, should no longer be welcome on commentary or participating in events in the schoolgirls community. Jeez. As there's no singular entity responsible for the schoolgirls community for who determines who's allowed in commentary, who determines event eligibility, we're asking the community to respect and uphold the following actions. An indefinite ban from all commentary positions, a 2-year ban from online and offline competition, and the end date July 30, 2022. The other sign will each be adherent to the above reprimands. There's a schoolgirls competition? Our decision to enact and recommend these reprimands was based on Mike's history of problematic behavior in public and private, including the callous "I can't breathe" reference while commenting on a match and the reveal of additional inappropriate interactions with members of the schoolgirls community in private. Oh, that was that guy! Oh, that was that guy! Oh, yeah! So that was the same guy. I never thought it. Okay, so if you guys are not familiar with the story, during the whole protesting, I think you all know what happened with the protest and why people are protesting. He made the "I can't breathe" joke in the stream or whatever, referencing to a certain individual that is one of the big reasons why people protest in the past 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that got a lot of people really freaking mad, and that got him to be canceled as well. So, damn, that is a big yikes, man. That is a big yikes. But again, his crime so far, Ramsey, is being creepy in the DM. He is being cringy as fuck, and also this is creepy as fuck. Creepy, cringy, but I don't really think he's being malicious. He's just dumb as fuck. This is just not, I mean, come on, y'all. This is dating. Why is everybody's dating game so shit? The dating game from these people is so fucking shit. You wonder why people are canceling one another these days. But it goes on. Bunny Yumi streamer cosplayer says Mike Z was incredibly disrespectful in DMs and made me very uncomfortable. Yeah, you know what? I'm kind of surprised that you just talk about it now. I mean, this happened quite a while ago, I assume. This happened quite a while ago, and you didn't actually say, I feel uncomfortable the way you DM'd this to me, or you don't actually tell him, hey, please talk like a normal human being, because I mean, I don't know about you, but if I read this DM, if somebody DM me in a way like this, I would say, please talk like a normal human being. I would straight up tell them to their face. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Thanks for making a video game where there is BDSM Yuri. Again, this is just a nice conversation start. You can just reply to say, hey, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. And then you can just say, by the way, how do you get into this game? Oh, I get into this game because of this. Oh, that's kind of interesting. So you're a streamer. Oh yeah, I'm a streamer. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Etc. And the conversation goes there. Talk like a normal human being. My God, what? Oh man, so cringy. I'm not defining this guy from recent era. I'm not defending the guy, but recent era shouldn't post this girl's Twitter because she's a pedophile. Watching Demon Slayer, why aren't y'all talking about these sweet ass shodas? Seriously? Seriously? We're going to throw pedophilia accusation because she likes she's a Shotokan. How is that relevant to the entire conversation? User ban derailing a sensitive thread. Well, it doesn't really deserve to be banned, but you delete the post. It's not relevant to the particular conversation. She likes Shotas, so isn't this a separate issue that only gonna lead to? But she's a terrible person, though. Only going to lead to? Are you saying that she's not a terrible person for defending pedophilia? She just likes Shotas. That's an old tweet as well. This is from 2019, not exactly old, but yeah. These things are not separate. They do not negate what Mike Z has done. They do not diminish it one bit, but you can't just pretend it's not there either. They both exist. Yes, but again, but it's not relevant to the conversation. She's a terrible person for liking Shotokan, I guess. I don't know why that. Anyway, this thread exists in a weird place because as a community, two things we take seriously are sexual harassment and the sexualization of minors. Both are abhorrent and both are being done by the two subjects of this thread. Yeah, say what you want about the. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm defending I can't believe I'm defending a cosplayer and a Twitch streamer, a female cosplayer and a Twitch streamer who does this sort of sexy thing. But say what you want about her. At least she's doing it for fictional characters and not to real people. One cannot be used to distract from the other. Sexual harassment cannot be used to distract from someone sexualizing minors. Yeah, these minors that she's referring to are fictional characters, and someone sexualizing minors cannot be used to distract from sexual harassment. Either way, you are trying to deflect from an incredibly serious issue. Wait, so what? However, the topic of this thread is not sexualization of minors in anime. If you want to make that thread, go right ahead. Which they did. We'll get to that. It's gross, but this thread is for the discussion of the bizarre and unacceptable behavior from Mike Z in these screens. Any attempt to pivot the victim that behavior's tweets, problematic as they might be, will regard it as deflecting away from sexual harassment, concern trolling, whataboutism, or some combination of the above, and will be action. Okay, well, at least you didn't ban her because she's a woman and therefore she's okay. Therefore, it's perfectly okay. Or at least I assume that's the reason why you don't ban her. But yeah, there is another thread where she actually talks about the quote-unquote pedophile or pedophile ejaction? What the fuck does that even mean? Let me preface this by saying that this is in no way invalidates her accusation level against Mike Z. I mean, I think we all in the chat here agree that Mike Z is a freaking creep. Like his dating game is not exactly A tier. A racist? Oh, the I can't breathe thing. I don't think that's not exactly it's an offensive joke. It's not an appropriate joke, but racist? Just because the victim is black? Just because the guy is black? And this does not excuse what he did to her. Please do not use this threat to excuse or rationalize his actions. Now, with that being said, some terms that will come up. Shota or Shotokan is Japanese slang describing an attraction to young boys. Yeah, young fictional boys. Young fictional boys. Loli or lolicon, 7 is above, but for young girls. Yeah, young fictional girls. See the content warning, pedophilia and pedophilia adjacent endorsing. Back in October, a couple of months after the anime of Demon Slayer, she tweeted out this. Watching Demon Slayer, why aren't y'all talking about the sweet ass Shotas? Again, there's nothing wrong about that. Content warning, pedophilia. Found a real normal interaction between two grown women and nearly 1 million followers between two of them. All these loli fuckers, where's the Shota representation? I don't see anything wrong with that. What? That's clearly a meme. And even if they're being serious, so fucking what? They're clearly they're fictional characters. And I love the fact that this person's like, if you like the lolicons or whatever, you're perfectly fine. I just need the Shota representation, which. But it doesn't just end there, sadly. After some pushback, she responds with, oh god, no looting Shotas. If we can loot lolis, we can loot Shot. Wow. That is a surprisingly base take. that is a shockingly base take. That is a shockingly base. Yes, that is a shockingly base take. Wow. That is base. I mean, isn't that equality? Isn't that kind of the purpose of equality? And if you think she's just joking or something like that, highly doubt it considering she's pumping up to replies like this. Okay, what is this? If you think anyone attracted to this character because they look like an underage human being, you're fucking brain dead. Drawings don't have ages. There's no child porn in anime. You're objectively wrong and generalizing a bunch of people as pedophiles. That's fucked. And she replies with gold clap. How is that? How is that wrong? I agree. How is what? Why is she making? Why is she the one making the base thing? Why is she the one making the base thing? Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Don't do this. Why is the Twitch why is the female Twitch streamer, the not safe for work female Twitch streamer making the base take? Now personally, if you see nothing wrong with this, then that's on you. You clearly did, but okay. It's whatever. What do you mean it's whatever? I thought you're the one who said that this is morally wrong, that these people don't need to have, that these opinions are morally wrong or whatever. If people actually say that there's nothing wrong with this, shouldn't you be bothered by this? But okay, whatever. But this shit is dirt lol. I'm only sharing this because I'm semi-active in anime Twitter and believe this knowledge should be known. But the knowledge that she wants loli and shota equality in porn looting? What? I don't believe any of this exonerates Mike Z, and I never end intention because fuck Mike Z. He has numerous allegations leveled against him that don't stem from a creep like this woman. These aren't even the most sus shit he's done. Cosplaying as a pedophile that assaults a little boy. Citation needed. There's contention in the community about doing lewd cosplays of child characters, as well as her being a white woman chasing an Asian aesthetic through numerous means. Seriously? Seriously? That... How dare a white woman cosplaying as Asian characters? This is just not the kind of person that needs to be platformed here, honestly. As far as I'm seeing here, she has done nothing wrong. She has really done nothing wrong. Remember that recent era has Discord server already openly embraced looting lolis. I need a citation on that. But anyway. Mike Z's being called out with evidence for being a fucking creep in the DMs. The person making that call out is a Shotokan. How is that relevant? She did cosplay as a character as a Shota. Oh, I see where this is going. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not familiar with this particular character right here, this is a character from a hentai named Toshi Densetsu. It's the series from a hentai that is actually adapted from a manga from an artist that has, let's just say that this particular artist has some really weird taste, has some really unusual taste. So this is, the context for this particular character is that she is a ghost that hunts little boys, that sucks the dicks of little boys. She is a ghost that hunts the dicks of little boys. The urban legend, quote unquote, yeah. So this... this particular hentai is adapted from a doujin who is made by an artist who made this doujin where should I even describe the story? Because the story is fucked up. It's so fucking fucked up that makes you go, Jesus, why would anybody make that? It's so fucked up to the point where even the translator in the translation notes said something along the lines of, Jesus, I do not want to translate this ever again, or something along those lines. So I should probably describe that to you. Not safe for work, not safe for work, not safe for work description incoming. It's essentially a doujin where this guy who has a daughter, this guy who has a son marries this mother who has a daughter. They're both single parents, but they eventually find love. They marry together. But then the mother fucks the boy and then the dad fucks the girl. And both of them explicitly stated in the doujin are fucking elementary schoolers. Like explicitly fucking stated right in the doujin. I'm like, yeah, this is not exactly the kind of thing that you should be adapting. This is exactly not the kind of thing that is very friendly for the normies. But yeah, not exactly an expected reason. Oh yeah, by the way, the artist did it twice. The artist did that freaking thing twice. That's this. Oh boy, that's fucked. That is fucked up. It is so fucked up. Even the translator's like, nah, fam, I'm good. Yeah, the idea of that one alone is like so fucked up. But still, this, again, I don't see how this is relevant to any of this particular conversation. Oh man. Can I get a name? I have a Dojin thread. I have a Dojin thread on Twitter. It should be somewhere right there. It should be somewhere. Just go ahead and go in my Dojin thread on Twitter. It should be somewhere right there. Yeah, it's fucked. It is definitely not normie friendly, or at least to anyone for that matter. But yeah. And now let's move on to the other scandal, the Super Smash Bros. Scandal. Pedophilia and statutory rape are not the same thing, but... Okay, so if you guys are not familiar with the whole Super Smash Bros. Scandal, apparently there's this new scandal brewing in the Smash Bros. Community where it involves, let's just say that it involves a woman. Yeah, woman. you don't you think that this scandal just involves men doing the raping, but it's also involving the women doing the, not just the raping, but it's also the very uncomfortable, very sexually uncomfortable stuff. To put it short, there is a woman who is like 24. She is dating, or quote unquote dating, a 14-year-old who is a pro Smash player. And this woman this woman is like dating this person, and this person is eventually, at some point, this person, just recently, this person posted a tweet-longer post and talk about how this woman is trying to actively, this woman is grooming him at the time when he was 14 and 15. So yeah, an actual real-life Shotokan, which is just as horrible as a real-life lolicon. They're not a real-life lolicon or Shotokan. Straight up pedophile. They are straight up pedophile, straight up. And this Reddit post over here, pedophilia and statutory rape are not the same thing. That still doesn't make any of this okay. Excuse me, that's fucking pedophilia straight up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this, but you're involving, it's a 24-year-old with a 14-year-old. It's a 24-year-old woman with a 14-year-old boy. I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's that. There's that too. There's that particular scandal with the Smash Bros. And it's still going on to this day. There are a lot of accusations, a lot of allegations being thrown around. Can't exactly know which one is speaking the truth, which one is not speaking the truth. But that's the one that's brewing in the Smash Bros. Community, and that's the one they're getting the reception of, not just being the smelly guy who doesn't wash, doesn't shower or whatever, but also the ones who groom 14-year-olds and kids to. So there's somebody, I think there was this meme, something along the lines of, oh, you're a Smash Pro player. What about that sexual harassment case or something along those lines? Yeah, again, these are allegations and hearsay. All I'm saying to suggest it for those of you who are following this drama or not following this drama, do not automatically 100% believe all of the allegations. Listen, but don't trust but verify, or something along those lines. Just don't believe it. Just try to listen to everybody's perspective. Don't immediately lynch somebody for that or something along those lines. Just keep an open mind. But with a scandal like this, it's not exactly hard. It's not exactly easy to keep an open mind. Anyway, there's also this. Evo is pretty much canceled, ladies and gentlemen. Evo is pretty much canceled. There's no way to dodge around this issue. Evo is dead. Evo is dead. It's just the fighting game community freaking hoopla. It's just gone to the point where even freaking Evo, the fighting game tournament, freaking the biggest fighting game tournament, esports Evo tournament, fighting game tournament organization Evo, has a message to all the players. We are aware of the accusation that has been made against Joy Killer. The behavior in these accusations runs directly counter to Evo's mission. Excuse me. Evo's mission of building a safe, welcoming environment for all of our players and attendees. We take this responsibility seriously. Accordingly, Joy has been placed on administrative leave pending a third-party investigation. Please direct event inquiries to evoinquiries.com. So, what happened? What has been the accusation? Well, apparently, Joy Collier, the accusations been made to this person. He has been smashing the little bros. And that's not exactly very nice, isn't it? That's why the Super Smash Bros. Community, it's not just the Super Smash Bros. Community, but it's just, that's why the accusation's been throwing in. He has been smashing the little bros and been grooming the little bros as well. So, yeah. not exactly great. It comes from this person over here. The Dead or Alive ad that aired on our stream does not reflect the core values of Evo or the fighting game community. This is why the core values meme resurfaced. This is why I still feature the girl that Japanese girl from Dead or Alive stream that bounced her tits up and down. Yeah, that girl. Yeah, that's still relevant. Can you believe it that particular instance of the girl bouncing her tits off on the stream and her asses on the stream is a lot more friendly to women than this particular environment where apparently we need to remove sexism and sexism is unacceptable, etc. But then this guy coming in and being racist and being sexist and pedophilic, or at least the allegations right there. We ended the stream temporarily to protect the integrity of our brand. We sincerely apologize to our fans. I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt anyone. I was young and reckless and did things I'm not proud of. I have been growing and maturing over the past 20 years, but that doesn't excuse anything. All I have been trying to do is become a better person. Once again, I'm truly sorry. Wow. Yeah, so this person straight up feel guilty a lot of the things that he did, which apparently if we go into he didn't specifically address this, or at least from what I've seen, from what I've been sharing on the screen. I haven't been too much paying attention to it, but yeah, this person has been accused of getting the little boys, of smashing the little boys, or grooming the little boys, and yeah, this person apologized for that. Didn't mean to hurt anyone, and also the sexual allegations, etc. But again, allegations so far, and Evo, thanks to these allegations, Evo is just straight up canceled. Canceled. And I mean canceled. I mean really freaking canceled. Capcom fighters. In light of recent accusation of misconduct media against EVO organizer Joy Killier, Capcom will no longer be participating in EVO. Freaking Capcom! Capcom! Street Fighter! That's like the main attraction for EVO at that point. Main 6 dev team, we have decided to withdraw them's fighting herds from EVO Online. The current situation surrounding EVO organizer Joy Killier has created an environment that we feel uncomfortable being involved in. Freaking Bandai Namco, even Bandai Namco, the Tekken guys, the Tekken developers coming in. Bandai Namco Entertainment America Incorporated has decided to end our participation in EVO 2020 in response to recent abuse allegations. We stand in solidarity with the individuals who have spoken out against abuse with the fighting game community and thank our fans for their continued support. We stand in freaking NetherRealm as well. We stand in solidarity with those who have spoken out against abuse. We'll be pulling MK11 from EVO Online. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Over the past 24 hours, in response to serious allegations recently made public on Twitter, we have made the first of a series of important decisions regarding the future of our company. Effective immediately, Joy Killier will no longer be involved with EVO in any capacity. We are currently working towards his complete separation from the company and have relieved him from all of his responsibilities. Going forward, Tony Khan will act as a CEO. In this position, he will take leadership role in prioritizing greater accountability across EVO, both internally and at our events. Progress doesn't happen overnight or without the bravery of those who speak up against misconduct and injustice. We are shocked and saddened by these events, but we are listening and committed to making every change that will be necessary in making EVO a better model for the stronger, safer culture we all seek. As a result, we'll be canceling EVO Online and will work to issue refunds for all players who chose to purchase a badge. We will donate the equivalent of the proceeds as promised to Project Hope. Seriously. At this point, EVO is fucking canceled. I mean, a lot of the major publishers and developers straight up said, no, we're not going to be participating in EVO. I mean, you lost Street Fighter. You lost Street Fighter. You lost Tekken. You lost Mortal Kombat. These are the 3 big fighting games that we have right now. You lost all 3, fam. At that point, you might as well just give up. You're dead. You are dead. What are you gonna feature at that point? I think Arc System was gonna pull out if they're still featuring their game. Other Night in Birth, you can pull that out. Something. Jeez. It's amazing the amount of cancellation with EVO just on these accusations. Just goes to show you that these accusations can be extremely freaking devastating. It can be so freaking powerful that it hurts to the point of canceling an entire freaking tournament. This cancel culture nonsense has gone to this is the damage that we're having with the cancel culture nonsense. And a lot of these are based on allegations, on all of the allegations that apparently this guy has proven. But again, this cancel culture thing, it can be based on false allegations. It can be based on allegations that are actually real. We don't really know. A lot of this is hearsay. A lot of this is he said, she said. But even though we're still at that point, even though we still have we still don't have a lot of concrete evidence, even to a lot of hoopless, the damage is still there. Even if you still cannot refute the even if you still doubting the evidence, the damage is there. The damage is clear and cut. Evo is canceled. Straight up. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just gonna move. Oh my god, what is this? Oh yeah, so this person over here is trying to send a calling card to the ad of this particular person in the Smash Brothers. The 24-year-old woman that I'm referring to, this is her ad. Don't harass her, but I'm just mentioning it. Please don't harass her. But this is her ad. And this person tried to send a calling card to her. Why? But why? But why though? But why though? I know, but I know this is a Persona 5 reference, but why though? Not sure you should be joking on something this serious. It's a real issue in the Smash community, and it feels like you're just treating this whole situation as a joke. It's not really a joke. More so, something you understand if you play Persona 5. Not everyone's gonna understand it and too loud to explain. Yeah, I know that Persona 5 is pretty mainstream as hell, but I'm just not exactly the time for this. Although, to be fair, if you are one of the Phantom Thieves, which as a member of the Velvet Room team and as somebody who has regular contact with Igor, you are clearly not a member of the Phantom Thieves. I don't know you, but I know a couple of the members of the Phantom Thieves, and they are currently investigating this particular palace that you're referring to. And we do not tolerate imposters of this absolute treachery. It is punishable by death. It is punishable by hanging in the telephone light. We're going to banish you into the shadow world, and we'll make sure that in the next 2 days, the Midnight Channel is going to show your face, and you will be hanged up in the freaking telephone light or something along those lines. I don't know what I don't know what the policy of fake imposters of the Velvet Room is, but let's just say that it's not very pleasant. So anyway. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is it for this stream. Oh my god. I can't believe that I managed to reach 3 hours. 3 hours. Just 3 hours of the stream with only what? How many slides? Only 59 slides. That's a lot less than the slides that I had last stream. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining this stream. It has been an absolute cringe fest and an absolute delicious cringe fest. No, not you. Yeah, you. There you go. It has been an absolutely delicious cringe fest. Thank you so much for the donators. Thank you so much for those people sticking to the stream and coming with me and joining in the cringe fest. God damn, what an ending. That quickly from Phantom Thieves to a Dutch. Hanging on a telephone pole, I can control your statement all true. Phantom Thieves are fictional. Persona 5 is overrated. I still haven't played Persona 5, so I don't get it. Persona 5 fans are cringe. But yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking on the Velvet Room. Anyway, thank you so much for the donation. I'm selling your calling card right now, bitch.